Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 44 of our campaign, War for Crimson Rock. We are missing Rachel this time, but we still have Megan, Sean, and Samad. And so we've got a session that is going to be accommodating of that, and it's still in line with the story, but we'll accommodate that she's not going to be able to make it. So, if possible, could somebody please give a recap of last time's episode, session 43, for a solid point of inspiration, too? And I think, Megan, since you already got one, so Sean or Samad, you are eligible for a point of inspiration.
I did not take good notes to give like a quality recap. I do remember what happened, but I feel like it's
I recall like us going to the um like morgue to get the limbs for um so that when we steal the hand we can get a solid replacement for it, and try to disguise it to be the exact same hand of yeah.
and then
The
yeah,
magic line, I forgot what it's called.
Mikage and Ori went to the bookkeeper.
We
That's
traded documents there, and are basically we managed to get some or I managed to get some information, but the trade was we each got a book from the bookkeeper. I believe Ori had the complete list. I know I took an extra book for just for sleight of hand, hopefully benefits. But otherwise, we got 50 gold from that, and we are all returning to back to the encampment so that we could make the switch and then get everyone on the train, or make the get everyone on the train and get the hand from Farah, who is currently awake and slightly suspicious, I think, of Ori and I, but not so much of Pan.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, last sessions was a very funny, I thought, very comical one. And so, thank you. And I will give point of inspiration for everybody because everybody chipped in. So there you go. I'm feeling generous today. So you get a point of inspiration. You get a point of inspiration. So you're all good. All
like
right.
Oprah.
You get in it. You get in it. Everybody gets in it.
So let me do one quick thing. Let me do that. Okay. So I'm going to move everybody to the refugee camp. So you guys have more or less reconvened in the refugee camp now at this point. Make sure the recording's good. Awesome. So you now have, well, I guess let's do this first before we do that. Dave, go ahead. You and Dave and Pan, go ahead and describe what it looks like as you're walking through the streets with a big basket full of cadaver parts. I mean, because that's what you were left with as you were walking back towards the camp to meet up. So I guess give for us a description of what that looks like, what people are saying. Yeah, tell us what does that scene look like?
Well, we have on very official disguises, so people must be thinking that we're on some official business for the morgue.
Yeah, don't mind us. Yeah, I'm sure we see, we're walking down a dirt path and there's, Middle Earth, shacks and hovels along the side with people like outside doing laundry and enjoying street life, and there we are just walking down the street with some limbs in a big basket.
Does anybody stop you or kind of look into your basket?
No, I feel like they're mostly intimidated by us. A little like two big dudes holding a basket, not really trying to peep in.
Okay.
But maybe they are trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's more of a not my problem sort of thing.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so you all arrive back into the refugee camp. As you do, you see amongst all the other, there are crowds of people now. Not crowds, I'm sorry. All the refugees are starting to collect all their belongings. They're starting to push through. They're starting to move. And as that's happening, you see Harbor up at the front. He's kind of directing people, but at the same time, too, he's got a certain freneticness about him. He's frantic. His eyes are a bit baggy. You can tell that he's worn out at this point. He kind of sees you at the distance coming in and kind of flags you down, kind of waves and asks for you to come to him.
We start approaching Harbor.
As you arrive towards him, he kind of, settles down many of the other refugees that are asking him questions, and directs them over towards his generals and his leaders who are helping to move things, keep things going. And then he looks over at you and he says, as he's just about to talk, he kind of pauses for a second and then looks down at the box and says, Okay, was not expecting you to have that. Do you have an explanation what's going on here?
Right. Yeah, we were yeah, we were just as surprised as you were. We just found this on the side of the road. We thought to bring it back here. It might be of importance. So we're just doing some looking around for any matches, any owners.
If anyone has any identifiable missing people with like birthmarks on their arms, you could get some closure.
Okay, you guys have been pretty trustworthy thus far. I'm not gonna ask any questions. It's just a bit strange, but let's just go with that. Okay. I know I've asked quite a bit already, and you all have been more than accommodating for all of this that's been going on. But I do have another big favor to ask. So, as you know, we have been moving out. We're getting the refugees. Everything is going according to plans thus far. Unfortunately, our daughter, Fira, and my daughter, Terra, she's gone missing. We don't know where she is. Ever since her mother's come back, quite frankly, I don't know. I have not seen her, and as we start moving our people out, I do not want to lose her. Can you please help me? Just find her before you go. I know you're trying to catch Ori's dad too and get on this train, but can you at least help me find my daughter?
Yeah, of course. Is Megan Mikage anywhere?
At this point right now, so both Pan and Dave have arrived. Mikage, you are now entering down about the same time as well too. You see Ori kind of head to a tent just to kind of take some rest, so she's tired at this point too. However, Mikage is still feeling fairly refreshed. You come and join the group as well too.
Sounds good. So I walk up as they're talking to Harbor, and he's telling them the situation. So I catch that she's missing. So Mikage pipes up over from behind Dave and Pan. When was the last you saw her, and where?
The last time I saw her, I think she was talking with her friends. It was sometime 2 days ago, yesterday or so. She was over by the tent where she normally stays with. She has a few friends that she likes to, run and play with. They get into a bit of trouble, but I've turned a blind eye at this point because, quite frankly, I just don't have the wherewithal and the tolerance to deal with it. There's many other things to deal with, so hopefully maybe her friends might have some information where she could be.
What kind of trouble and where can we find them?
As far just teenage angst is what it is so far. Seems to be she's getting trouble fighting with people, and there have been a couple run-ins with the authorities. Luckily, it hasn't been anything bad yet, but that's as far as I can assess. She, I hate to say it, it sounds very bad of me as a father, but lately I think she's been taking money. I wish I could figure out more of what's going on, but unfortunately, getting our people out of here has been the biggest priority, and I've not been able to keep up there. And also, being a single parent, and now finally, Fira is back, but now her mother just lost her memory for it. She can't even remember us too, so it seems like Terra's gotten even worse, quite frankly. I don't know.
What are her friends' names, and are there any identifying markings we can use to pick them out?
Well, they're going to be pretty easy to spot out, quite frankly, but their names are Eliza and Shala.
Eliza and Shala?
Yes. They're over by that tent over there. He points over in the general direction. You can kind of see kind of a group of younger tieflings just kind of hanging out. But at the same time, too, there's a particular tent that he points you to where they happen to frequent a lot.
Okay. All right. I am up to heading that way and see what we can find out from the teenagers. Question. What was the girl's name that had the golems?
That was, let me look at my notes. I think her name was Philanira. I think it was Philanira. Yeah.
Okay. Boys.
Let's go looking for some teenagers.
Now that doesn't sound creepy at all.
You head over to the tent, or towards the area where a lot of the teenage tieflings are hanging out. Some seem to be helpful, others are loitering about. They're, if you're smoking, if you're drinking, they're just kind of shooting the breeze. They see you walking. I guess describe what it looks like as you're walking over to them. How would you describe that?
I'm imagining when there's like what do you call in the movies where they have those kids that are skateboarding and there's the old used furniture and there's people sitting on it
You
sitting
mean
on it that
kids that were the typical I'm the street rat, think Ninja Turtles,
yeah, or
like
anarchy but not really type kids.
Yeah, like in like uh that end of the world movie,
Yeah,
when
like that. Yes, like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Don't look up.
Don't look up. Yeah.
As you start walking over, there's a kind of a quiet hush. They're still chattering amongst themselves, but at the same time, too, their voices have subdued a bit. As a couple of you walk by, they start coughing. Popo's coming through. Look out. However, you see, as you start walking over to Terra's tent, you see two particular tiefling girls that match quite closely to what Harbor was talking about. They are busy chatting quietly amongst themselves.
so. I guess I'm leading the way, because I think they would be creeped out if two massive non-tiefling guys walked up to them and was kind of like, "Hey, where's your friend?" So anyway, so I walk up and I look at both of them. I have 5 gold for anyone who can tell me where Terra is.
Did you just say Terra? Why do you want to know where she is?
I'm gonna crack my knuckles.
Give me an intimidation roll real quick, Pan.
Okay.
They
It's like they don't pop. It just slides off. I'm like, ow, shit.
They look at you a little bit. They kind of roll their eyes. They're like, get a load of like grandpa over here, and
So, Dave, do you have any comments, or because I'll say something.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, so, all right, we need to make sure she's not dead in a ditch. All I need to do is physically see her, make sure she's okay, and I need someone to bring me to her. I'll give an extra 5 gold to the person who can do that, in addition to the person who can tell me where she is.
they start talking quietly amongst themselves. You could see them kind of whispering. And then afterwards they say, okay. Okay, so you don't have to give us any gold, but you sound like you're trying to help us out. So, like, Terra's kind of a little bit of trouble or so. We weren't supposed to rat her out, but this is kind of a big deal. So maybe you guys, you think y'all could help her out? Maybe?
If she's in trouble, we want to make sure she's safe.
So they start looking at each other now at this point, and they're like kind of tiptoeing around the topic. So I don't know how to say this, but Terra's been fighting.
We've heard. More than usual, or has she picked the wrong person to tangle with?
Yes and yes. Kind of fighting for money.
Okay. Is she good enough to place any bets on? Are they... Where are they fighting? Where does she usually go and for her matches?
So there's an arena that all the fighters go to, and like, I don't know, we were telling Terra not to go, and she wasn't really listening to us, and she just wanted to go. And anyways, she started talking to one of this really cute guy that was right in front, and then all of a sudden then he got her hooked up, and then got her into the ring, and then afterwards all of a sudden she's several thousand gold in debt, and now she's fighting to make some money.
Of course. All right. Can I have the name of the person who hooked her up, so to speak?
Yeah, and can anyone enter?
We don't know his name. I don't think any of us got his name. But from what it looks like, anybody can join in the fight. Yes.
Can you give me a general description of what he looks like, just in case we run into him as well?
I mean, tall, dark, and handsome. I mean, what else do you want to know?
Tiefling, human, Dragonborn, Genassi, Orcish.
We don't really have labels, so we don't really like call each other things like that, you know? We're all just people here, okay?
Just hot and tall, dark, and handsome.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. All right.
You got a picture or something?
There is.
Sweet.
She looks at you, Pan. She's like, sorry, we don't have cameras, buddy. I'm sorry.
Wait, you don't have a camera? Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that joke. My head.
No, it was a bad joke. Sorry, go ahead. But she kind of gives you an idea of the location of the arena, at least. Kind of gives you an indication of where it is in town, and kind of points you in that direction or so. But she lets you know as well that it's quite a bit of money that Terra owes back right now too.
Fair enough. We will.
So it shows it to this ring, but we're in a hideout right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they wouldn't be able to see us, right? Like, they wouldn't be able to find her because she's hiding. In any case.
No. So she's currently at the arena and basically, from what I understand, stuck there. And that's why she hasn't been seen in several days. As she got in, she started losing or just not making enough to cover.
Okay.
Hmm?
And she's not returning between the fights. Okay.
Yeah. So at this point, she's in deep. I doubt the refugees will have enough money to cover getting her out. So what I do is I give Elsa and Shala the five gold coins, and say, I know you do not need the money for trying to help your friend, but use this for any of the younger orphans that may need it for your trip. And I turn to you and I bring y'all aside to where they can't hear. Is that okay?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. All right. So, being that none of us probably have enough money to bail her out, nor would we want to lose all our money, what we may want to do is make the switch with the hand and then head out to get her, because I'm worried about the train schedule. At this point, we're coming up on it. The refugees are on the move. Um, More than likely, we'll need to catch up with Farah's daughter at a later point. What do y'all think?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to go to Harbor. We're gonna let him know to make sure he moves out on time, but we will work on bringing his daughter. Even if we do not make the train, we will get her to him. But we need to go ahead and figure out how we can make the switch with Farah, if we can do it at this time, but if we wait too long, I have a feeling we're gonna have to do some other juggling.
Yeah. We also need to disguise the hand and do everything to make it as realistic as possible.
Right, because at this
Um,
point, keep in mind your hand. You have a bag full of hands, a box full of hands, and whatever. So there still needs to be a little bit of a, I don't know, whatever you want to do to make it disguised.
right. Well, if we have I think we've got the bag of holding. We can put it in there for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
consider it in there at this time. So you can do that.
Okay. So do y'all? Where is Farah at the moment? Is she still in her tent? What's going on with her? Do we know? Oh no, let's go to Harbor. He'll probably know.
Yep.
All right. So we make our way back to Harbor, and we take him aside, and we're like, "Hey, Harbor, look, I think we know where Farah is, and essentially, what we're going to have to ask you to do is to take your people. We'll make sure that Farah gets to you. We are going to do our best to make it on the train. However, uh, if we are not, we will make sure she comes back to you."
Well, it is very stressful, but I mean, we're going to get our people. But at least I know I can trust you to get Terra back. So it's as long as you can do that, it'll alleviate me of this one, big worry that I have. Obviously, with all our people, there's quite a few of us to move through, so it's going to take some time. But if you can bring Terra back, that would mean the world to me. I really would. I know I owe you a lot already, and I could not thank you enough again.
Of course. Where is Farah? We want to make sure that she is doing okay before we head out to take care of Terra. Obviously, she is not who she has been in the past, but we want to make sure that, she is either continuing on with you or if we can help her in her other mission that she has been so hell-bent on.
That's another big concern of mine as well. Luckily, right now, Fira at least has been happy to help guide all our people and get them to help just facilitate this move as we go forward. So, in that case, at least I am happy to have her by my side, and hopefully she'll warm back up to me again. But I am aware of her mission to go and destroy Voltaire, and while I do not falter for it, at the same time, too, my priority for us is to get all our people first to Crimson Rock and then go from there. But at this time, she seems to be pretty occupied in helping out with the refugees and helping us all get onto the train.
Okay. Do you know if she's going to get onto the train and go first to Crimson Rock, or if she's going to go to Cyan first?
Quite frankly, I don't have a good answer for you on that. My hope is that she'll stay with us and go, but I was never, even when she knew who I was never very good at getting her to agree with me. And once she had an idea, I mean, she was hell-bent on it too. So good luck either way. It's something I've learned to love about her.
Point us to her.
He points over to a large crowd. You can see Fira amidst all of them, all the refugees. She's helping move bags. She's escorting elderly tieflings over to the area. You see her moving boxes and just like helping, direct people as they go about.
All right, guys.
We should probably disguise find the hand that most resembles the one we saw and then disguise it before approaching her. She's the one with the hand, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we should find a corner and do that really quick.
Yeah. If it's on her, I'm trying to figure out a good way to get a sleight of hand but it's guaranteeing that it's on her. The thing is, if we kind of do it now, it's one thing to have her off, but if she's in the middle of people, we might not be able to pull this off.
I could get Ratu or some rat around here to steal it from him, from her.
Okay. What is Rathu hopefully he has good sleight. Can he smell it? Can he smell that the hand is on her? I'm assuming it smells funny.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. But we could also distract her somehow. If she leaves the tent, maybe.
Well, she's already left the tent. She's in the middle of the crowd directing people. She hasn't gone back. And the thing is, we can't guarantee that I doubt she would leave the hand unattended.
How big is it though that she's carrying it on her? This is a random question.
And
yeah, but is it in a box or is she just carrying a hand on her belt?
I thought it was wrapped in cloth.
It was wrapped in a parcel. It looked like it was being held. Yep.
And then attached somewhere? Or is it in a bag?
Imagine it's a package or something like that. Not necessarily an Amazon bag, but just something that's kind of wrapped. Let's say, so your hand, but kind of gnawed together and then just kind of wrapped up in bandages and cloth.
It's in a satchel, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can send Rathu into the tent to look for it, and we can see if she has it, and then when he comes back, play it by ear or something.
Okay, because yeah, we're gonna have to figure out. Otherwise,
I mean, while she's sleeping is an option, but we'd have to wait for that.
We don't know when she's gonna sleep, and when is the train due? We look at the train schedule. We have the train schedule, or we did it.
From what you recall when you looked at the train schedule and also just conferring with Harbor, he lets you know that as they're moving everyone out, it's going to be probably early in the morning, the following morning or so. So okay. They're moving everybody right now, getting everybody ready, and then the train itself will leave early next morning.
Okay. So we may be able to get Terra first. Maybe. Come back and then do the swap. Provided this doesn't end up a royal hot mess.
Yeah, we could have Rathu do recon and try to find out where it is while we're gone too.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and if it starts to run late on time, we can always have one person come back and try to jack the hand or something. Right? Rathu can let us know, I guess.
Why don't we
But
how about this? Leave a note for Ori. Give her a heads up. She's fast asleep. She's knocked out. I'm gonna bring her a note, stick it under her hand, and just let her rest while we go ahead and go forward. So in case she wakes up while we are gone, maybe we can work this out. We'll see.
yeah, and if it gets late and it's close to morning, one of us three can always just dip or two or something.
Yeah, provided we can get back. Mad Cat.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can brief Ratu on what we're gonna do before we leave, and then Ori can take Ratu. That way, like he knows, if she says okay, if she puts him on the ground, like he should go steal the hands and then come back and replace the hand. If worse comes to worse.
All
I
right,
mean,
let's do that.
I mean, yeah, like if she's asleep, of course. If she's awake, then that doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go tell Ratchet that.
Okay.
So what's okay?
Raph, kind of looks at you, acknowledges you, kind of starts bobbing his head, squeaking, squeaking, squeak, 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 and then runs off. Good.
I pet before he runs off, I pet the top of his head and it doesn't say squeak thank you, I think in rat.
And he rushes off, heads over to Ori's tent, where he seems to understand the situation. And he's out.
All right. We are heading out to the arena.
Okay.
Come on, boy. Let's go play some games.
All right. Okay. You make your way through town, and as you do so, you start heading over to the arena. Turn on this. Let me know when you can see that.
It said you don't own a token that has vision.
Oh,
or
sorry.
something.
Let me add you guys into the screen real fast. You know what? Let me just do this. Actually, even better. Let me turn down just a bit. And take a visibility. Okay. Can everybody see that now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. As you arrive, is very much like, gladiator-esque, right? You've got crowds of people all cheering. You could smell, there's a coppery smell in the air. As you see just like blood splattered across everywhere. There are combatants in the middle fighting it out. And it's a pretty hot, bloody mess, just spread out everywhere. You see at the very front there are two entrances. There seems to be one for spectators, as well as a place to make bets. And there you see lots of bookies and very well-dressed and also very not so well-dressed people. And then over to the side you see another area. It seems to be, you see several fighters and athletic people walking in.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're gonna go to not the audience, but the participant area.
Like the registration.
Registration area. We look around, look for somebody tall, dark, and handsome.
As you head over to the registration desk, you see several people there. They're jotting down notes. They're taking names of fighters who want to come in. On top of that as well, you see a large board. This has listings of how much people, upcoming fights.
Do we see Terra's name?
You do see Terra's name, actually. You see Terra's name and also 2 other combatants that are with her as well, too.
What are the other 2?
You can't quite make out what they say, but however, Dave, as you look, the names look familiar to you. They have like a barbarian-esque flair to them. They seem very familiar in terms of the names sound like something that you would know.
Okay. Do I know from where or who they are?
Not necessarily, but they sound like they have certain titles and rings that are very familiar in terms of titles that you and your comrades have fought with, right?
Okay.
Now, as you look and you see, you do see a certain gentleman who is tall, dark, and handsome. He is he's got pointy ears. He's got long, silky black hair, pale purplish skin. He's dressed in very tight-fitting leather, but in a suit, more or less. And he's over there jotting down notes and seems to be, talking up some women.
Oh, a joy. So let me go talk to Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Anyone got any...
Red eye?
God, no. But all right, if you want to try, I'm sure he's down for anything.
Or red dust or whatever it was called.
I like Red Eye. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Let's go with that one. Red Eye sounds
Red
good.
Eye was Cowboy Bebop, right? I guess that's where I remembered it from.
Yeah.
Or mixed it. I guess could we also see if there's I want to ask some. Well, do we all want to go over there, or can I do something else in the meantime?
It's up to you.
I was asking Mikage, Megan. Are you going over there by yourself, or would you want us to come with you?
I'm fine going by myself. I can see what I can find out. Do y'all want to meet up in a few seconds?
Yeah, I don't want to leave your vision, but I want to go ask the registration guy where the combatants are, or where I can find Terra.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to investigate the just sort of look around the
Walk
arena.
around, yeah.
Yeah, and try to scope out what the halls and everything looks like. Maybe find where all the fighters are.
Okay, so we're all gonna stay relatively in earshot / visibility, but I'm gonna go by myself to talk to Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Dave's gonna scout, and then Pan is going to talk to Registration Dude.
Okay. So we'll start off with Pan first then. Okay. Oh no, I take it back. Let's do this. Let's start off with Mikage. We'll do Mikage first. So
Okay.
you see the tall, dark, and handsome figure. He's busy chatting up some women right now. They seem to be fawning over him. They are petting his arm. He's flashing money at them, and he is busy just flirting away, having a good old time.
Okay. How tall are the other? Are they mostly female combatants, or are they just more what you would more categorize as audience women, just fangirling?
They're more audience women, fangirling.
Okay. I'm assuming, so I'm about 6'7" I'm if I remember my height, so I would probably be towering above them quite a bit, right?
That is correct.
Okay. I would like to come in behind them and say, quite a crowd. What's he offering?
The girls, they don't pay you very much attention. They are busy still trying to woo the tall, dark, and handsome fellow. Mm-hmm. However, he kind of looks over and says, if you've got money, perhaps you care to make a wager or so? We've got a big fight coming up really soon. Odds are
fight?
30 to 1.
30 to 1. Who are the participants?
Well, it's this poor tiefling girl and two of her buddies, or I don't know who the hell they are, but anyways, they're going up against quite a small army, well, I would say, or so. But she requested it, and so the arena has made it happen.
A smart army. Sounds like she would be the underdog. I'd be interested in betting on the underdog. Hopefully.
I was going to say hell yeah. That's it.
Well, how much money do you have to bet? Perhaps, we might be willing to take that offer.
Only if I can know you can make good on your bets. If my tiefling girl that I'm betting on wins, will you pay out?
Everybody knows I have the best reputation here. That's why everybody comes to me to make deals. Everybody knows more, Lord, and that's me. Everybody knows. But if you've got gold, then my promise is good. You will get paid.
Let's see. How much down do you need? Or what's the starting bid for the underdog?
Well,
I'm sure you have a limit.
the limit is endless, of course. But as long as your money is good, then that's fine by me. But we do start off at 300 gold pieces, so, take it or leave it.
I can get behind those numbers. And if not, then I can always enter the arena if need be. I'm sure you would be interested in a collateral like that. I'll go up to 1,000 gold, and I'll make myself as collateral.
1,000 gold. Kind of strokes his chin a little bit. Done.
I reach out with my dragon's claw hand. I want you to shake on it.
He kind of pauses for a little bit and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't shake hands, my manicure, can't break a nail in these days. So.
But you'll insult me. I will not be able to guarantee that you will honor your word. You must shake if you would like your 1,000 gold.
Honey, the gold speaks for itself. Either you give me the money or you don't. It's up to you. Okay, I've got plenty of other bidders here, so whether you want to or not, it's up to you. You can see a crowd of other people kind of forming behind him. They are kind of hearing, the odds as well too, so they're starting to make bets.
Fair enough. So I will use myself as collateral, since that is the price that we're using. However, do remember, I will collect. I back up and walk towards Pan.
Okay. We're going to go head over to Dave now. So, Dave, as you start walking around the portion that has a lot of the competitors in there, you start looking around. You spot several different types. There are like large, beefy ones. There are very skinny, scrawny ones. And kind of eyeing around, trying to see anybody that you're familiar with. I guess describe for me what you are looking for or at in particular.
Yeah, I'd like to see any. Well, first of all, Terra, if I can spot her, and then want to look at just around like what weapons people are using, like if I recognize anybody there as well.
As you look around, you see many of the fighters using a whole assortment of weapons, from axes, javelins, crossbows, hammers, swords, whips, that type of thing. As you also look inside to see the current combatants fighting that all the crowd is cheering for, you notice that they also have racks of weapons as well. And so it seems that the combatants, as they bring in their own weapons, but they also are available to take weapons on the fly too. So you pick up that there are a myriad of weapons that you can choose from on the inside, okay? As you look and you peer through all of the different combatants, you do notice one of them that looks very familiar to you. In fact, he's wearing similar garb and clothing that barbarians from your tribe actually used to wear.
Okay. I go up to him. I say, pardon me, do we know each other?
As he spins around to look at you, you notice that he is got long, tasseled hair. It's quite greasy. Unshaven face, huge build. He is about a 6 foot tall human. He looks at you and all of a sudden he like kind of blinks his eyes. He's like, Dave, is that you? Do my eyes deceive me? How long has it been, man?
Too long. What brings you here?
Well, for one, the promise of gold, that's one thing for sure. But,
Okay.
I mean, really, things haven't been so good for the tribe. I don't know. I mean, you've been gone for a little while. Do you know what's going on?
I know you guys had some run-ins with some blood magic a while ago, and some vague you guys were also stealing some pretty magical stuff. No, I please tell me.
Oh man, it's been a long journey. I don't have all the details. We were just, we're grunts, right? We just killed people. That's all we did. I didn't know what we were stealing. But we had contracts to just go out and just take out groups of people. That's all we did. We killed people, brought them back. I don't know what they were using it for, but at some point our contract dried up. I don't know what happened, but that happened just a little while ago. And since then, the tribe hasn't been doing too good, man. We don't have much supplies left. There's not much food. We're currently right now holed up nearby the capital city of Cyan. So it's a little far, a little bit of ways off or so, but things are rough right now. And so that's why we're fighting. Luckily I found another buddy to fight with and some Tiefling girl that agreed to fight too, and we're gonna split the profits amongst us three.
Oh, Tiefling girl. Where is she right now?
I don't know, man. She'll show up when she shows up, but
Okay.
I don't know. Now, for now, at least, I'm hoping that there's gonna be a tough fight. But us barbarians, starts pumping himself up.
So who's the name of your fighters?
Well, if I remember his name is oh god, what is his name? Some dude named Rohar. I don't know. I'm hoping he's a good fighter. He seems like a nice guy. Grabbed a beer with him once. And then the girl's name is, I think her name is Terra. I think it's something like that. She took out a bunch of other people before in a couple fights, so I'm feeling pretty good. But even if they flake out, I got this. Then that just means more money for me if they die.
Okay. Do y'all? So is this a fight to the death sort of thing?
That's the only way they do it. Why else would it be worth as much money?
Beats me. I would. Do you guys need a +1?
Ooh. How much cut you want? What are you talking about?
Say. I'll take. Well, normal would be 25%. Seeing as how it's a little early, I could do 15.
15%. That's greater than 20, right? Is that right?
No, I think it's no, I think 20 would be less. So I could do 20.
Wait. No, so my math is bad. Wait, so 20 is less than 15?
Can your friends join?
Yeah, well, I'm bad at math too, but that sounds right to me. So, um, we'll make it 20.
Okay.
20 is less than 25. So I know that for a fact.
Oh man, Dave, you got me. Oh, I'm thinking too hard right now before my big fight. I can't do this. Okay, you're you're stretching me right now. Okay.
Who are you up against?
That's the funny part. I have no idea. We're just gonna go in and kill him. It's gonna be just another Tuesday. You know, Dave. You know how it is.
Do I know what Mikage knows?
At this point, no.
Okay. Huh. All right. Well, would you like me to find out so you can? Well, we'll see what. Yeah. Is it okay if I stick around with you for a little bit, just so I can meet your friends? It's been such a long time. It would be great to catch up.
Oh, of course, man. He slaps you on the back, grabs a couple of jugs of ale, and he just starts knocking them back with you. Hanging out.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go over to Pan. Pan, you look over. You see the registration desk. They seem to be swamped. It's quite a bit of contestants. They're all wanting to get in on this particular big fight.
Wanting to get in, like, to bid or like bet.
Betting, signing up for fights. It seems like this particular upcoming fight has a lot of people really interested in going on.
Okay, I want to like shove my way up to the front, or I want to see if there's like an open area that I can squeeze into first before I shove my way up.
You're quite tall, so you're able to kind of divide the crowd a little bit. So, and you're naturally agile, of course, so you kind of like are able to bob and weave in between two.
Okay, I want to ask registration first, and I'll be like, "Oh, can I get more information about this fight right here?" And I point to the one with the barbarians and whatever Terra.
The clerk at the very front looks up at you just for a moment and says, "Oh, next coming fight. It's going to be a good one. We've got quite a few fighters on this one. So, going to be a lot of blood. Going to make a lot of money. Which one do you want? Do you want to fight too, or do you want to, put a little wager down?"
Well, I have it on good authority that these three are my friends, and they'd be willing to take an extra, potentially 3 people. Is that okay? Is it okay if 3 of us join in on the fight? With their, yeah.
That would be interesting. Let me talk to some higher ups or so. I mean, more blood in it would always be good. Let's see.
Can I get more information on the opponent first?
He looks over his clip chart and he goes, Well, this is part of the fun. It literally just has a big question mark on there, so I have no idea who's going to fight.
What are the odds on this fight?
Well, right now, it's because it's just 3 of them. It's 30-1. But, if you have 6, maybe odds helps them out a little bit, so you might not get as much. But at the same time, too, that would bring in a lot more people to come and see. Might make it a little bit more, let's say, winnable maybe for your friends.
Yeah, sounds suspicious that we're getting 30-1 odds on this question mark. People are betting on this question mark. I want to ask like a dude next to me, what does this question mark mean? While that person goes to find out if we can sign up, I just want to like ask the dude on my side.
Excuse me, sorry. There's a fairly portly sized man kind of next to you, and he's like, "Oh man, they've been like pumping up this fight. They've got a couple of these other creatures and things that they're gonna be fighting. Normally it's just like a one-on-one, but this is the first one we've had in a while where it's like a big group of them, a lot of big fighters, and just a bunch of them, like an all-out not a battle royale, no, but there's just a whole boatload of people on this one."
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I just want to wait for that person to come back now.
As you wait patiently, eventually the clerk comes back from behind the curtain. He's like, "Well, I have it on good authority that if you and your friends want to participate too, I think that'd be possible. However, because you will be adding to the body count, the participant count. I'm sorry that you odds are going to go down just a bit or so, given that you'll, might give them a little bit up. 6 against question mark, helps out a little
All right.
bit.
All right, sounds good. I'll just register 3 more people.
Okay.
And where can I find the combatants?
Oh, you'll find them over here. They point you to a direction that you kind of see Dave walk to earlier.
Okay. What about this tiefling woman? Do you know where she is? I don't see her over there. She's my friend.
The tiefling woman. Frankly, sir, I don't care. I don't know. As long as she makes it, it's fine by me. So
Awesome. Thanks for nothing, bro.
he jots down your names, gets your information. It's like, here's your name card, here's your placard, here you go, here's your free lanyard, and then, all right, we'll see you. Hopefully you make it out, sir.
I'm gonna put that lanyard on immediately.
Okay. So at this point now, you all 3 of you have achieved some information. You can all meet up at where all the competitors are. Dave is still sitting with his friend. They're knocking back drinks. Pan, you arrive with registration cards and lanyards in hand, and Mikage, you're also arriving from potentially making a bet.
Hey guys, I got you these lanyards.
Oh, sick. What for?
We're joining the Rumble.
Sweet.
Dave looks at my friend and says, "Yeah, I guess we're fighting together again, like old times."
He raises up his jug of ale. He's like, "Oh, this will be great, Dave. We're gonna do it just like we used to do. Just knock 'em back, kicking ass and taking names."
So I mentioned that I put money on the underdog, but I'm using myself as collateral.
We placing bets on ourselves. This is like,
He doesn't know that.
it's true. No, but I think it's cool. We do it on ourselves. It's the way to do.
Yeah. So you use yourself as collateral, but also you're gonna die if you don't win. How's Fira still alive if she lost, but it's a battle to the death?
This particular one is a battle to the death.
Plus Royal Rumble.
So we're waiting for Fira with the rest of the people.
Yeah. Where's the other barbarian too?
He doesn't
Meet
seem to
our
be
group.
anybody anywhere in sight. At least your buddy Dave is still kind of just hanging out with you for a bit. He's kind of looking around. He's starting to get a little bit more tipsy as he starts just like drinking one after another or so.
Yeah.
And
Hey, why don't we put these aside for a second? We're rolling the cosmic dice in a few minutes. So
I take the beers from his hand and just move it over towards me and drink it and walk away.
I want to go looking around. When does the fight start? How much time do we have, and where do we meet? So I want to go look for the other 2 people.
the barbarian next to you, Dave, kind of looks over. His name is Lanza, by the way, and he lets you know. He's like, "Oh, we got more bodies with us, more warm bodies to help us fight, Dave. It's gonna be great. We can use these guys as fodder, and then afterwards, and you and I will take down the rest of them. It'll be great." Grabs another pail of ale that Mikage just took and just like refills it up and just starts drinking back another one again too. He starts looking around again and he's like, "Where's Rohar? Where's Terra at?" He starts looking around, but at this point now he's starting to slur his words a bit more. His eyes are starting to roll a little bit more slowly back and forth or so.
At this point, we could just bring him in there as a warm body.
Yeah.
Therefore, he technically gets a cut of whatever we win. But, I'm pretty sure Rohar is also checking him back. Might just be us.
As
I
you
want to
look,
find this girl because it's gonna be just us in the ring. The girl's not even gonna share.
As you look around, you see a scrawny little fellow. He nervously walks over. He's got a giant spear that's probably 2 times his size, larger than what he can. And he walks over to you very meekly. Excuse me. Did I hear right? Are you guys fighting with us?
Sounds about right. Isn't
Yeah.
that?
What? Are you participating in the death matches, little guy?
That I am. You can tell that he's quite young, probably in his early 20s or so. He is very of short stature, not emaciated, but just very stick skinny. You can tell that he's barely, he'd be knocked over by a feather. He's
How
got on
many
a.
of you would you say you have won before?
I'm sorry, say that again?
How many of these have you won before?
This will be my first one, actually.
What's your name, child?
My name is Rohar.
Ah, pleasure to meet you, Rohar.
Intimidating name. Fitting.
Have you seen Terra? I think she's also competing with us, correct?
Who? He's like a little bit confused. He starts looking around. He's like, I don't know. I just got signed up to fight in this big matchup, and I mean, my family is poor. We don't have much money, and so it's either do this or keep on begging on the streets. So that's what we got.
Hard choice.
Death
And
in the
these
streets or death here?
I hear a lot of bad things also happen in the mines, so it makes it hard to get a fair day's wage.
Well, I mean, look at
Do you
me.
have any magical abilities, or are you just got the spear right over there?
I've been told I'm really good at making a quarter disappear.
Well,
We've got our guy to steal the hand.
So, if you want, we will continue to give you your cut if you want to sit on the side. But you may owe us a favor later. We just need things from you. One, you owe us the favor, and the other, you find out where Terra is for us now.
You would do that for me? If that's all you need?
Bro, we're doing it for ourselves.
You'll be saving us a lot of heartache. We'll still continue to do the fight. However, we need to make sure the little Tiefling girl is also safe. Just say she has a guardian angel waiting for her.
You see him put down his spear. He nods enthusiastically, like, I'll be right back. And he rushes off into the crowd to go and look for her. However, as you're looking more at Lanza, he is continuing to knock back drinks. He has not slowed down at all. And he's just going one by one by one, as you were busy talking with Rohar. After a certain point, you see...
Need some coffee, man?
Yeah.
Bro, if you don't fight, you're not getting any of the money.
He looks over at you, Pan. He's like, I fought more inebriated than this before. It's fine. I'll be all right. It's okay.
I don't think you fought against a giant question mark before, so...
Question mark, apostrophe, semicolon. It'll be fine. I got this, okay? He continues to drink on. However, you see Rohar push through, and he looks a little nervous when he comes over. He's like, I think I found her, guys. I think I found her.
Where is she?
She's over there, standing at the very front of the gate. I think they're going to be starting soon, and I think she's ready to go. And judging by the looks of your friend here, I don't know if he's going to be ready.
I don't think so either. But I'm gonna let him handle that. I'm gonna go talk to Terra.
Okay. Are you all going, or is it just Mikage?
I'll go as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pan?
I mean, I guess I'll tug along.
All right.
So, I'm gonna talk to the guys as we walk over to Terra. Like, let's see if we can get her to sit out the match, but we will pay off her debts if we can get this one.
Before you do so, though, Lanza kind of grabs Dave's arm. He's like, Dave, oh, man. I know you've been gone for a little while, but our tribe could use your help, okay? It's been tough, dude. I mean, we got this, right? We're gonna win this match, and we're gonna help them out, right?
I don't. Sure. Hey, what? Just for you, man. Just for you.
He like cheers. He drinks another one, and all of a sudden you just see him like his head hit the counter. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I go get him a coffee and a burger. Something
Okay.
greasy. Put it next to him.
you see the clerk. You see the waiter just kind of quietly slide a burger and a coffee right next to him as he's sitting there. Okay.
And walking over to talk to Terra, I'm like, who was that guy? And what is he talking about? To Dave, like specifically, like.
Oh yeah, he's from my board. Yeah, like some of this, our tribe's fallen under some hard times, and to get money in the past, they were helping out with the blood magic and stealing the stuff. We fought them, like after we stole some of the stuff, and it seems like they just don't have money, so now they're just up to no good, trying to get some money back, and yeah, so
So I nod. You know, families
Yeah.
and so I understand that.
As you head over, you see Terra. She has herself. She's equipped with a short sword. She's got a small shield. She's wearing a very shoddy helmet, and you see her kind of quivering, but at the same time trying to steel herself as she looks out onto the battlefield.
You're very brave, little one. However, you're getting yourself into more than what you need to at the moment, considering what's going on.
She looks stoically at you. I have to do this. I already owe a lot. I already owe too much money to them. If I just do this and get it done, they promised me my debt would be cleared.
We are never out of debt, as much as we like to think. However, you and your place is with your family.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Megan?
Yeah, it's like last mid-sentence.
Oh, man. Okay. Let's wait for her to get back for a moment, but I guess we can continue just for a bit, too.
I assume she's gonna like message from her phone in a second, or something like that.
Let's see.
Like Wi-Fi turns off, and then you're like, "Yo, lost signal," or whatever.
That's how it goes. That's how it always goes. Let's see. Maybe.
Her mouse just moved, or was that like because I tabbed over after a long time?
I don't know. But it looks like her camera's coming back. Let's see. Or maybe not. We'll see.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. Thanks. Cool.
So, your place is with your family and people. Still have your father to worry about. Money can be repaid. Why don't you sit this one out and we will clear your debt?
She again looks nervously at you this time, though. I have to do this, though. This is something I have to do. I mean, I got myself in this trouble. My mom has gotten into trouble. My dad is busy saving our people right now. I don't need any more people helping me with this. I can do this on my own.
The work that your father does, the things that your mother does, is for the good of others. So therefore, shouldn't we rely on others in all things?
I don't know. It's just... I feel like this is something I have to do. I mean, who are you to help me? I mean, we're just freaking tieflings. Our lives are so expendable by this place, by this country. If I could just win this money and be done with it, then afterwards we'll be all set when we go to Crimson Rock.
Mm. However, if you have money and no family, wouldn't that, then what you're saying is the money will make things happen. Money is not the answer, child, but if you must do this, we cannot physically stop you, I believe. Though we could make some effort. But child, remember, your life is not here because of coin. This is why people help each other.
Also, what can you do? Like, just tell me about yourself. You got any like support skills, or are you just like gonna go out there with this rinky-dink helmet and shield?
We know your mother glows, so anything comparable?
No, that's new for me too. I haven't seen that as well, so that's a little weird. But for me, I mean, I've taken down numerous thugs and, just piss ants that come over and spit our way. Anybody that's disrespectful to us tieflings, I take them out. I don't take any of it. But this is a different beast. I don't know. I mean, I've heard just a little bit of who we're fighting against. I mean, there's supposedly a couple waves of... There's a wave of little ones. There's a baddie, and then there's a real big baddie, and I don't know that I can do this.
And it's okay, little one. We will clear your debt. You will go with your family and live a good life. There will always be time to make more money, but not more time to, if you lose your family.
If you can do this, oh my god, okay. I really don't want to die, but I don't know what else to do. If you can fight them, then and win, then maybe that'll do something. I don't know. I'm so confused at this point. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I just know I have to get out of this debt.
All right. Well, I was gonna say you hang out here with this guy. What was his name? Rohar.
Rohar, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll go fight with that drunk dude.
The drunk dude is still asleep, mind you, back at the counter. So it looks like it's just you three at this point right now.
That's fine.
So, as you agree to do so, she kind of slowly, lowers her sword and shield. Just now they're hanging by her side, and you see a breath of relief, but at the same time too, she's still shaking a bit, still nervous. The gates start to open up, and as you do, you hear a fanfare play from the orchestra. They call forth, "Bring forth the next combatants!" And as you three now emerge onto the battlefield, put everybody there.
So as I walk away into the arena, I put my hand on her shoulder, and I don't say anything. Just nod and walk into the arena following the two of y'all.
She kind of quietly, she holds your hand briefly for a bit, and then afterwards, then she goes forward. I'm gonna look at that one in a bit. What is that one, Pan?
It's like an audio clip. It's like a few seconds.
Oh, okay.
It's not that great. It's just when you said fanfare, this is what I thought of.
Okay. I will check that out in a bit. Okay, so as you three enter the gate, everybody, there's a little bit of a hush. Like the crowd kind of quiets for a little bit because they're not expecting that, but at the same time too, they start cheering even louder afterwards.
I like pump my great axe.
The speaker at the very front. The speaker at the very front sees you and is like, "Well, these three look like they'll provide much more of a fight than what we were expecting, but they are combatants nonetheless." He starts calling to the people, "We have a special presentation for you people today. We've got quite a battle. Not just one-on-one, which you've been used to, but this time, a feast of combat. Blood will soak the sand and you will be raving mad as you see our combatants fight to the death." And as he does so, the gate from the other start to open up slowly. And as it goes up probably about 3-4 feet or so, you just see a sea of kobolds just kind of start running across the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all right. Huge army of them just emerge from underneath the gate. The gate slams shut from behind you, and the crowd just starts cheering. All right.
I pull out my bow.
Everybody?
Is there anything in... Is it just like a completely empty arena, or is there stuff? Like rocks and shit?
There are rocks, there's sand. You look around you, and there are racks of weapon as well. So you're going to see spears. You're going to see swords, hammers, whips. You're going to see bones as well, too. There are things kind of scattered about, and, of course, sand and dirt and rocks everywhere. Okay? And now everybody roll initiative.
There's this kobold with a 20.
It's a little loud. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to do sections of them. Okay. So I'm going to do 3, and then there's 1, and then 3. Okay?
All right.
And, okay. At this, the kobolds, they hear, there was one of them in the back that kind of stands as a leader. He kind of raises his hand and points out. They all start to scatter. All the kobolds start to scatter, and he points his sword over at you, Pan. And you see all of them kind of move. They shift their eyes, and they all kind of lock eyes with you at the same time. All right. You see 3 of them. 1. Oh, it's kind of slag on me a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Come over here. You see 3 of them. All of them pick up spears. And they just throw them your way. You've got 3 spears literally heading towards you right now. Roll a defense. Tell me what you do.
Hold on, I'm looking at my deflect thing.
Okay, you might be able to deflect 1, but you've got 3 of them coming your way. Keep in mind. And then Mikage, you're coming up next, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so the way it works is I have to use my reaction to deflect or catch the missile.
Okay.
And if I reduce it to 0, I don't really know how that works, though. Reduce 1d10 plus 11. Okay, so I roll a 1d10 plus 11.
Okay. That only catches, does that catch 1, or how many are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can. It looks like I can. No, it costs 1 reaction. So how many reactions do I get? 1. So I can only do it to 1.
Okay.
Or do I get to do a reaction to like all 3? I don't know how this is gonna work. The dodge.
Well, you've got 3 coming at you right now.
Okay.
While they're doing that, you see one of them in the back with a shield kind of rushing over here. So go ahead. You start, I guess, roll your reaction to that. 5 plus 10 plus 11. All right. 1d10 plus 11. That's what it is for your reaction. Is that right?
Yeah. So it says if it deflects, if it reduces the damage to 0, then I can deflect it or throw it back.
Okay. All right. That one is enough for one of them or so, but you still got 2 more going your way. So you're able to catch one of them. The other 2 are heading, still heading for you right now.
So I'll just use my dodge roll or whatever.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. So you're able to dodge the other 2, and then roll. I guess tell me what happens as you reflect the other one, or you catch the other one.
It just makes a ranged attack. So I just have to roll. I don't know what my ranged attack would be though. It just says with a normal weapon. So I guess that's like my throwing dart.
Yeah,
I
just do
guess.
that. That's fine. Just do that. Yep. Okay. That one is unfortunate. That is not enough. The javelins that they throw kind of flies high over their head. They are kind of small, so they kind of duck down underneath. So they're able to dodge out of the way. Okay. Now, keep in mind that they are coming your way. Now, also, before we keep on going, there's a good opportunity to talk about some of the bonus actions and not actions. I'm sorry, the bonus statuses that we talked about from last time. So keep in mind.
Oh yeah, I forgot how to look at them.
So you've got things like, for instance, you've got slashing. A slashing attack will do bleeding damage, which basically causes an opponent to continually bleed out hit points. You've got piercing. They'll have disadvantage on subsequent attacks and actions. And then smashed, which is when you're using a bludgeoning attack. There's like, it causes disadvantage on dexterity. But then also using certain weapons like swords, spears, hammers, that type of thing, will give you additional advantages as well too, depending on the enemy, okay? All right. So these guys have attacked. They've moved forward quite a bit as well. And now they're starting to circle you. And you see one over here, this guy in the back, he is seems to be calling the guard and leading them forward. Okay. At this point, Pan, you've just dodged quite a few flurry of attacks. What do you do?
I'm gonna go F 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna go to this guy. Is he in my? I'm just gonna fucking go.
Okay, go ahead.
Beat this. No, wait, hold on. I forgot. I have range attacks and shit. I'm gonna use my range stuff. I forgot about that. My bad. So I want to grab this guy. I'm gonna try to grab him with. Where's the move? I have a whip.
Okay. Keep in mind, Mikage, you're coming up next, and then Dave. Okay.
So water whip. How do I use it? Spend 2 key points. Cause a creature within. Okay, so he has to take a Dex saving throw, DC plus 13.
Okay. So DC plus 13.
So I don't know what the roll actually did. Okay.
Oh, okay. Which one are you attacking? So you're gonna do 14 damage against which
The
one?
main dude. The main
dude?
guy. This guy.
Okay. All right.
Stop pinging for some reason.
No worries. You're good. Okay. So I'm gonna do a dexterity roll for him. Saving throw. He fails it, so he's gonna take 14. You see him stumble backwards. He blocks a little bit with his shield, but however, you still hit him squarely in the face, and he falls backwards, taking 14 hit points of damage. Okay.
Yeah. And then it says, if I spend the key points, I can pull it 25 feet closer to us. So he just gets yanked over.
Okay. All right. Tell me where you want him to yank to.
I mean, just right up to the 3 of us, so them 2 could be about. Well, he's like right up in our face.
He's startled, so you smack him in the face, and then afterwards the water retracts and pulls him forward like a suctioning, like a fuel of a funnel, and pulls him forward. And all of a sudden he splashes, lands in front of you, just kind of looks up, almost googly-eyed, like, what the hell just happened, right? Okay. Oops, sorry, I went too fast. Sorry. And then now at this point it is Mikage. So Mikage, you are up.
So I cast Hail of Thorns, and the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So I'm going to aim for the little one that has the bigger one next to it.
Okay.
So the second from the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the roll because it'll let me cast it, and then I'm gonna do my attacks. Is that right?
Yeah, that works. Okay, so he's got to do a
so
DC
if it
12.
hits, that's the extra, or whenever that actually hits. It's just weird. It's worded weirdly. So I'm attacking with my longbow arrow.
Okay. It creates a rain of thorns, and it hits him. Yeah, so you're solid there.
Ugh.
Okay.
Apparently.
With both of those, that is enough. It takes him down. You see the kobold kind of like get rained down upon this hail of thorns, and then afterwards, as he's trying to shield himself from it, the arrow flies and it pierces him, knocks him back. He is dead. So he
All right,
is...
and I actually have a second attack.
Okay.
So longbow goes again, and you said the one in the middle's dead? I mean the second from the top?
Yes, the second from the top is dead, so you're gonna take 14.
Okay. And did his two friends to the left and right of them should take a damage, right?
Yeah, they are currently impaled right now by several of the spikes or so. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the second from the bottom just to put damage on them as well. So let me go ahead and roll for him.
Come on, give me an attack. All right. That one is enough as well. This one, as he's trying to rush forward, he takes an arrow to the gut, and basically he goes down as well. So he's down as well. So he's dead. Okay, awesome. Dave, at this point, you have the close one, the guard, or the lead kobold, right staring in front of you, and 2 of them have been downed already. What are you doing?
The lead kobold is this one, right?
This one right in front of you right now.
Oh, okay. I can't chain multiple bonus actions together, right?
You can't.
Like, I've got I need a bonus action to enter the rage. I get a bonus action for. I can attack for a bonus action under certain circumstances. Do I? I only get one, right?
Yes, I believe you only get 1 bonus action. Yes.
Okay. I might not enter into rage just yet then. Well, yeah, I won't enter into rage just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to attack this one over here. With a great axe.
All right. You're talking about the. You're talking about the lead that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He tries to hold up his shield, but at the same time, you smash through it. You see it just like crumble to pieces in front of him. He's kind of in shock. The shield, however, was able to provide him some cover, but he's still going to take 7 hit points of damage. At this point, too, he's kind of hobbling, trying to hobble backwards. He's still within range, but he's shocked that you smash his shield to pieces.
All right, I will hit him again with another great axe.
Wow. All right. Let's see. He is, at this point right now, he is bloodied. You see him trying to hold his arm, trying to hold his chest. Blood is just kind of seeping through as well. And you see him just kind of bleeding out bit by bit. There's a large pile of blood just growing larger and larger underneath him.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will enter into a rage. Since,
Okay, all right. So you're going to go into rage mode now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in rage.
All right, cool. And I think that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. At this point, the other 3 kobolds now, there are 3 other ones that pick up javelins. They see their leader slowly being downed and are threatened by you, Dave. They'll pick up javelins as well. They toss them your way. You see 3 javelins heading towards you right now. What are you doing?
I'm going to. I think I left my shields a while ago, so I'm just going to try to roll out of the way.
Okay, go ahead. You're able to dodge out of one of them, but however, 2 strike you. Now, however, you are in rage right now, so you're going to be taking. Let's see. Let's do damage. Where's damage? You're gonna be taking. Well, it's 2, so it's 2 of them. So you're gonna be taking only 4 hit points of damage on that because there are 2 that strike you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Starting the next turn, I forgot to give you guys a minute, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute to confer real fast what y'all want to do.
These guys seem real weak, so I don't know. Just beat them down. It's not much to it.
Yeah.
Like two dudes died to like a random bow shot. It seems like only these shielded guys are kind of healthy, so I mean we'll just kill them in order or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, let's not waste too much on or too much magic or energy on them. Just wipe them out because I'm feeling second and third round is going to be more of a challenge.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
Here we go. So the 3 of these on the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 of them. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit. There you go.
Just so you know, if some of them died, I can't tell. Usually they have the little skull and crossbones.
They normally do too. I thought they would show it to me. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me see which ones are dead. He's dead, and he's dead. There you go. Is that better?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. The kobolds are noticing themselves that, like, wow, our guys are falling down. More than half of them, you see them all of a sudden, they get down on their knees and they start begging, groveling, crying for mercy right now. You see them, like, pleading with you as they do so. All 3 of you, go ahead, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 20.
Wow.
Hilarious.
22, okay. Oh, and Mikage rolled 22 as well. Okay. For both Pan and Mikage, you both are unaffected by them. However, Dave, compassionate as you are, you start to feel a little bit bad for them. You start to feel compassionate for them. You are, at this point right now, you are charmed by them. They seem to be kind of waiting for you. And at the same time, too, while you are charmed, you're now more vulnerable to damage, and they'll have advantage on attack rolls against you, okay? Until you are no longer charmed. Okay. At this point,
Guys, look at them. We can't do this. We're looking around for like an emperor-like figure to do the whole, thing.
Now, 3.
Find it. Start getting this guy.
As they notice as they notice their charms are taking effect on you, they rush up really quick. 1, 2, and then runs over here to your side. 3. And as they do so, you just start seeing like with their tiny swords come out and start slashing at you away now. And immediately your charm, your compassion for them immediately drops. However, they have caught you by surprise. As you thought that they were small and frail, they're now immediately turning around, trying to stab you in the back. What do you roll a defense roll? Tell me what you do. Oh, and you'll be at disadvantage too. So roll that attack roll at disadvantage. I'm sorry, you roll that defense roll at disadvantage. That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if they're all coming at me, I think the best thing to do would be like just to try to slash all their swords with one giant blow with mine.
Okay.
Try to parry all of them with my great axe.
Roll 1 more, please, for disadvantage.
Oh, right.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
You manage to block 2 of them. However, one of them still gets through. At the same time, though, your defense was able to hold off against him. But it was a puny attack. Let's see. He's going to do 3 hit points of damage. So As you do, they are shocked by your resilience. Their swords, as you smash through 2 of them, they're like they fall to pieces, and again they start cowering once more. Okay, all right, Pan. You see 3 of them gang up against Dave. However, you still got the lead in the front and another one off to the side. What are you doing?
I'm gonna triple punch this dude. Well, I'm gonna do one at a time. If he dies in between, then I'm gonna punch the different one.
Okay, go ahead. Target which one you want. Let me know.
This one first, the
Okay.
main guy. But I'm looking for my roll. Okay, so first attack.
That one is solid. Okay. He's gonna
And
take
then
4.
I get 2 attacks and then a third. So where's the third? There it is. The flurry.
All right. Tell you how do you want him to go down?
Just want to like beat his face into like it's like flat into the ground.
Blood's all over your knuckles.
Yeah, and then I like roar.
All right. He just collapses. Everybody, the crowd is now cheering. They are whooping and hollering, and they're so excited. You know, it's the sight of blood. It's just like splurts everywhere. Okay, Mikage, you are up. The one right in front of you dead. However, there are 3 right next to Dave. They seem to be all just like slashing away at him. What do you do?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move first. I'm gonna come to about right here, and since I get 2 attacks, I'm just gonna fire my arrows. So, give me a second. Oh. Oh. And that'll be the first one right in front of Dave. Hopefully I don't hit him.
All right, that lands. So he goes down. He gets a shot in the back, and he's dead. All right.
All right. And what I'm gonna do is actually shoot this guy right over here, if that's okay.
To the distance over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. Go for it. And Dave, you're coming up next. This one lands as well. He also, as he sees the moment he tries to look before he can react, he takes an arrow to the head, falls down, crumples on the floor. So he's out as well. All right.
Sweet.
Dave, you've just got 2 more to right next to you. The battlefield is slain now, full of corpse bodies all over. What are you doing?
I will be attacking this guy, just like a tree, chopping him down.
All right. This one misses. He manages to slip underneath your strike.
Alright, I will try again.
This one lands, however. Tell me how you want this guy to die.
Chopped in half.
Okay.
Right down the middle.
He slips underneath your first attack. However, you come down again with the second hit, and as he looks up, you just see him. You know, his eyes kind of like catch yours, and then you just split him asunder. He's dead.
And now I get a bonus action. So
Okay.
A bonus attack, so I'm going to slash at the guy right next to him.
This one lands as well too. He's gonna take 7. His shield helps protect him from the full death strike. However, he stumbles backwards. He's a bit shocked at this point. Okay. All right. At this point now, he disengages. You see him back up. He is startled. He gets away from you. This guy's dead. Let me mark him as dead. This other kobold is dead. Okay. As he does so, he runs before he takes some sand and he just tosses your way, Dave, to kind of blind you. So go ahead, roll a Constitution check. Let's do a Constitution check to avoid getting blinded. No bueno. You try to dodge out of it, but at the same time too, the sand just the grit starts getting in your eye. It's hard. You're slightly blinded at this point. You can be blinded until you do something about it. And then afterwards, he makes a dodge. He runs this way. He heads over. As he does so, the gates start to open up again, and now you see more. Just another flood of just more creatures start running out again. You see a few more kobolds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the far distance, you see a man walk out. He's dressed in a red cape. He's got heavy armor on. And he's got a huge bone helmet that he's wearing. He's wielding in his hand. He's got a huge sword and a bow as well. And he starts walking towards you confidently. All right. There we go. I'm going to start moving some of these people from combat. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and roll them, and I'm going to give you guys a minute to talk about what y'all want to do.
So do we think this is the end of the first wave, or do you think this is the second dude, like the girl mentioned?
I think this might be the second dude.
We'll find out. Let's see how hard it is to take him down.
Trying to figure out how to ration my resources, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, in this situation, I don't know. I'm gonna try to just run around and kill. I think we just kill the little guys so we don't take 8 attacks a turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
try to get
Those
the actual.
those unshielded dudes seem to die in one hit, so I'd say we go for them first and then figure out.
I'll continue with shooting the cobalts, but I'm gonna keep my distance for a little bit. If I have to, I'll switch over to either another weapon, but since I get 2 attacks, I'm just going to continue to shoot the arrows at the little cobalts. I guess, Dave, if you want to, if we can get rid of 1 or 2 of these little guys in front of the big guy, if you concentrate on him and then hand once the last of the little ones are gone, support him.
Okay, let's get up. Now keep in mind, guys, there are weapon racks surrounding the arena as well, too. So you could pick up a weapon, and then also keep in mind that you've got things like, for instance, if you're using a sword and you start fighting the same person, that he's now in a duel, and so you'll get advantage on your subsequent attacks, okay? And then also certain things like, some of these other statuses as well, like you have a spear. If you're in melee combat and you're close, then you get advantage on piercing. Or if you have a hammer, it's good against things with armor or something like that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or it'll be more effective on things that are armored. Okay.
What was did we decide that a axe is a sword?
An axe
Yeah.
it has slashing, so I believe it's like a sword. Yeah.
And arrows would be piercing damage, right?
Correct. Uh-huh.
So my fists are hammers.
They're basically like hammer. Well, they will do bludgeoning. So if you get a critical on those, then they will have that bludgeoning, which is, I think, a smashed attack. So then he will be impeded on activity. But if you actually have a hammer, then when you use it on somebody who has armor or is like stone or rock or something like that, then it'll be more effective on the initial attack. Okay, so not having to roll a critical on those. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use a sword anyway, because duel.
Okay, all right. So here we go. Who's going first?
Do we re-roll initiative or?
I've just rolled it for the new guys or so. Yeah, so it's going to be hand again. Okay. The first one steps up. The one before with the shield, this time raises his arm again, points his sword over at Mikage. All of them, they kind of lock eyes on you, Mikage, and then they start spreading out as well, too. So you see them kind of moving this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, they start kind of circling closer to you. And then afterwards, one of them points an arrow and then tosses it your way. Roll a defense roll. Tell me what you do.
Let's see what I get first.
That is not enough, unfortunately. He throws an arrow your way. Unfortunately, you're going to take 4 hit points of damage on that.
All right, and I just basically try to step back, but I've been, I guess, slashed by it.
Yep, you get clipped by it. You feel a little bit of pain. It's not much, but they draw blood. Okay, Pan, they're starting to circle around you guys again like they did before. What are you doing?
Sorry, I need to read Gust of Wind, because I thought it had the description of it in my fan, but it does not. It just says that I get it. I want to know how long it lasts is what I'm looking for.
Okay, I'll let you look at that. While I do so, I'll have another one to go. Again, another one, Mikage, this one runs up close to you with its sword drawn, slashes your way. Roll a defense roll, tell me what you do.
I'm gonna try and kick it. Hopefully I'll have better luck on this one. And crit fail.
You do
Okay,
not.
hold on. But I wanted to. Okay, hold on. You have to backtrack that a little, because I wanted to use Gust of Wind on the people that are sort of in front of her.
Oh, okay.
Push the back.
All right.
I want to use my fan
Okay, well,
So
we'll
it says-
remove that then. So in this case,
Okay.
I'll do that. Okay, go ahead.
So it casts Gust of Wind. So hold on. Okay, I can't use it again until the next day. And then it says Gust of Wind it's a strong line of wind. So I want it blowing behind us. So if they like shoot arrows, maybe it'll like mess with it. It doesn't actually say that though, and it just says, where does it say? Each creature that starts the turn in it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. And then every creature has to spend 2 movement to move 1. So it's like half movement while they're in it.
Okay. And so which direction are you wanting to go in? You want
I
it
just
to
want
go...
it to be like that.
So
The
like this,
wind's at my
her.
back.
this
Yeah,
way?
at your back. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we'll make those all these creatures right here. They are now in a blast of wind right now, right? So they have to roll a DC.
It doesn't say though what the gust of, it says they have to use a 13. It's a 13.
Okay, that's
strength.
fine. All right, so we'll just make them do a DC 13. All right, 1 DC 13. Just roll it. 3 of them, they all get knocked back. So you see them fly backwards right here in this way. 1, 2, 3, and they're also pretty light, anyways too. Okay, so he's not able to get up close. He's trying to push through, but he isn't able to get through at that point. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna move up a bit and throw a dart at. I guess this guy's the only guy close enough.
Okay, go ahead.
This one.
Yep. That one lands. All right. Tell me how you want that done.
Just pokes him like ninja kunai, like through the eyes.
He takes it and just sends him flying backwards with your skill. Okay. Mikage, you are up now. One of them tried to get closer to you. However, the wind is pushing against him. It makes it difficult to walk. So Mikage is up, and then Dave is next too.
Alrighty, I am going to do an attack on the leader. I'm
This one?
just going to do another arrow attack.
Okay. That one lands. Go ahead. So he's going to take 4 on this one. It impales him, and this time he starts, his blood now just starts like dripping out more and more. This pile of blood just continues to go. But he still seems to be holding strong.
The other attack is going to be on the cobalt to my left over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to do one more arrow attack, because I can.
This one misses, however. And don't forget also, if you target and then you roll it, it should do a little animation if you'd like to see that too. Okay. But don't worry about it. That's for next time. The wind catches it and it just flies a little bit further than what he was doing. He was trying to push through and he ducks underneath it. Okay, Dave, at this point, you've got the wind at your back and the kobolds seem to be having a difficult time pushing through that. What are you doing?
Are there any ones that are using the sword?
Anyone's using a sword? They have daggers. They have small swords or so. If you have a sword and you attack the same enemy twice, then you will have the advantage on the second one. So you attack him once and then you can attack him again. You get advantage.
I'll go up here just to sort of. Well, that would make sense like that, but I'll go up there and just make sure that like they act sort of like a shield, so they sort of come to me first.
Okay. All right.
And I will attack with my great axe. The one to the furthest.
Okay, this one lands. So you're gonna go with this guy right here, right?
Yeah, that guy.
All right, he gets split asunder as well. You see his body as you cut him in half. 2 pieces just fly and hit the wall with the wind blowing against it. All right.
All right. I will then go over here and do the similar thing.
This one barely glances. It scrapes against him. It doesn't hit per se, but is enough. Your force, your strength is so strong, you're able to smite him. It sends him flying, and he is dead as well too.
And then I've got one more, and I will do it on this guy right here.
Okay. All right. the attack. All right. From this one, he takes another 7. At this point right now, he is kneeling on the ground. Blood is spewing out from underneath him. He is not happy. All right. Okay. At this point, that one is he should be dead. He's dead. Okay. You see the cloaked individual standing tall. He rushes over. Oh, here we go. Yep. He rushes over right next to you, Dave. Grabs the kobold next to him, uses him as a shield, and pushes him your way. And then afterwards, as you... Yeah, well, let's just do that right now. He just grabs the kobold and just like basically just throws him at you. What do you do? I roll a defense roll and tell me what you do, I guess.
I'll hold up my axe sort of as like a javelin-esque thing to just try to avoid that.
Okay, all right. And then as you're able to dodge out of the way. Afterwards, though, however, then he takes his sword and then comes slashing down at you at the same time.
I will try to parry the sword.
All right. This one is not enough. His sword comes slicing down. You're going to take, you normally take 10, you're still enraged. You're going to take 5 hit points of damage here.
Never mind, I found it. It says 1 minute. I don't know how long 1 minute is with one turn.
It's 10 turns essentially, so we're at 1 right now. So you're good. Okay, thank you. And then finally this one, who is here, he gangs up. Oh, he's pissed off at his friend for, throwing his comrade, but at the same time too recognizes what he's doing. He takes his shield and he tries to like just jump into you, Dave. Roll a strength check.
I get advantage on this.
Yes, you get advantage on this. You're able to catch him. He doesn't impact you with much force. However, he is muffling your way right now. He's kind of getting in a flurry of your way, and so it's hard for you to kind of make sense of it as you're dealing with 2 of them, right next to each other. Okay. All right. And then that one is dead. All right. Okay. Top of the round, guys. I'll give you all a minute. Talk about what you want to do.
I'm gonna finish off these creatures in front of me.
I mean, I'll just run to the big dudes because you can shoot this little guy.
Yeah, I'll shoot the little one first. Hopefully kill him, and then if I'm successful, I'll start focusing on the big dude, but try not to get in the way, just in case. Arrows have a habit of not always hitting things that move.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. As you do so, the caped individual stands. He starts raising his hands, and as he does so, the crowd starts to cheer. They start calling more and more, and as the referees, the moderator kind of looks around. He's like, "Open the gates, open them, release them." And as he does so, you see, oh geez, that's a really big one. That's supposed to be a lion. You see 2 lions, essentially. Let me make this a little bit smaller. The token to be a little bit more appropriate.
Lion.
As a big lion. I was like, that's kind of big. 1 by 1. There we go. All right. We'll do another one of these. Okay, you can see 2 lions essentially just emerge from underneath, and I need to put them where the appropriate place is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. You see them emerge from behind, actually. They come up from behind you guys now. So those gates open up. The caped crusader basically, he's happy. He applauds as he sees the lions get released. And then afterwards, they see Pan right nearby them, and you see them start licking their chops. All right, I'll roll for them. Roll. Okay, all right. the first kobold over here like sees the lions. He gets nervous, so he starts backing up. However, as he does so, he takes his javelin, throws it towards you, Pan. Roll your defense roll. Tell me what you do.
I'm gonna deflect again. So what was it? 1d10 plus 11.
Mm-hmm. That one is not enough. You're going to take 5 hit points of damage on that.
So his thing was gonna throw for 17.
Wait, is it 17? I thought it said 11. Is it
No,
1d10 plus 11?
I reduced the damage of the thing by my roll, and then if I reduce it to 0,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I thought that was the
yeah.
attack. I was just like, oh, so. Yeah, in this case, okay, it is, yeah, you're able to deflect it. So you got it out of the way.
Okay. And then I throw a dart. Where the... Oh my god, there it is.
That's enough. You take him down. As he tried to throw the javelin at you, he misses. You're able to deflect, and in doing so, you throw a dart and you take him down as well too. So he is dead. All right.
I guess I'm focusing on the cats.
Okay. All right. That's Pan. That's you. Anything else, Pan? Bless you. That's your face.
Thank you. No, that was it. That was just my dodge turn, right? For my actual turn, I think I'm gonna hit the lions too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come down to this guy and try to pummel him with 3 attacks. So unarmed strike, flurry.
Okay, so he's got a 1, 2, and 3. 9, 9, 16. Okay. 18. That is just... Okay, alright. He takes a flurry of attacks. 16. That is... 24. The lion, you see the lion like look at you, you know, his body is bloodied and bruised at this point too. He's almost lying on the floor, and you hear him kind of whimpering as he's laying there next to you, right? Okay, Mikage, you've got a lion behind you, but you've also got a caped crusader champion in front of you. What do you do?
So the lions are just hungry, right?
Well, they're lions, so you know, I'm sure they're always hungry.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm just gonna do the attack. I'm gonna do 2 attacks on them with the arrows.
Oh, keep in mind, I was going to say, before you do that, you've got the wind right now blowing against you as well, too.
You shoot backwards, but I don't know if it affects negatively teammates. You'd have to look at the spell. I'm not really sure how it works. I linked it in the chat. I'm going
to make an audible and just say that it's going to affect everybody. Just imagine a gust of wind going that direction.
Okay.
You know? So.
Then what I'm going to do instead, so I just get back 1 arrow eventually, but I am going to chunk 2 days rations, which is like giant things of ham, at them. So do I roll for that or what?
Nope, it just happens. They see, like one of the lions sees this meat and just like, oh, immediately his attention is drawn towards it. Okay? But just go ahead and subtract it from your total of how much you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Anything else? You good?
I'm going to rotate away to about... Right. Well, let me check how far that is real quick. Measure.
Okay. While you do that, Dave, you go up next.
All right.
Okay.
I'm attacking the small dude.
The small one? Okay. That one lands. He's going to take 7. At this point right now, he is on the floor. He's bleeding out badly.
I'll do another one for the small dude.
Tell me how you want it done.
Just sliced in half.
All right.
And now I get 1 more attack I'm going to aim for his leg, so It might not deal as much damage, but hopefully he can be at disadvantage for whatever he's.
Okay. $13. That's on him. Yeah, he's gonna take 11 hit points of damage on that one. I'm sorry, not 11. He's wearing armor as well. So at this point, he's gonna take 5 hit points of damage. You can see his knees buckle a little bit. He's still standing, but you can tell that your swing had an impact on his legs. Okay?
Okay.
All right. At this point now, the lion, who is weak, right next to you, Pan, you see him muster up whatever strength it has left, and you see it just make one giant pounce. Like it leaps out in front and just tries to jump on top of you. Okay, so I'm going to roll this, actually. So if the lion moves at least 20 feet towards... Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Well, that's fine. You can say you could do a DC 13 strength. DC. Yeah. Okay, you manage. You see that he's weak in his weakened state. He jumps forward, but he lazily, or rather like clumsily, lands over on this side right here, and he kind of just like hits the ground and just kind of starts rolling forward. And you hear him kind of just like whimpering as he does so. And then for the next one, this lion over here starts busy just chomping away at the meat that you gave for him, so he's pretty occupied right now, but he's going through it quickly. And then finally, this, the champion, again, after taking the blow from Dave, takes out his sword and then swings at you again. Dave, what do you do? Roll a defense roll, tell me what you do.
Try to jump out of range of the swing.
Okay. At this point, he's going to roll... He's going to have advantage as well, because he's hitting with you at a sword. So you kind of guys are both at a duel right now, so your advantage kind of cancels each other out, okay?
Okay.
And then afterwards, you could have 8. So for his... Where is his damage? Why do you have 2 of those? That's funny. All right, you're going to take 7 slashing on that one, okay? And then afterwards, he's going to roll, and he's going to attack again, the same way. He's just going to hit you once more. Oh, that one is not enough. So that one, you're going to do another 6 damage on that one.
Okay. So it's only 6.
All right, and we're moving him. Okay. All right.
Now we're good here, guys.
Whoa, Dave, you're really low on hit points now. My goodness. All right. Start of the next round. Here we go, guys. I'll give you guys 1 minute to talk. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this almost dying lion and go help Dave.
Okay, I was thinking like, I mean, I can take out the sword and try and stab him in the back. But otherwise, I can continue to deal with the lions because I have a feeling this other lion's gonna bring its attention towards us after in this next round.
Yeah, I'll start using resources on this guy when I get close. I have like a stunning attack.
Okay, so you go first, so you're gonna go ahead and attack him, the big guy?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'll focus on the lions a little bit longer. I'll try and take out the weaker one first, and then see what happens with the other lion.
All right.
Yeah, I will continue attacking.
Bring out the beans. Beans.
You have beans. You've got to have
Dave,
beans.
Oh, I do
Dave,
have beans.
if you get
That's
disengaged
right.
from him, come over towards me.
What's that?
Like, stand next to me eventually if you can, because I have a healing thing.
Oh, okay. Is that something I need to be in range for?
Yeah, I have to basically touch you.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll see. If I stun him, then you'll be able to walk away. But he might win the roll, so then I don't know what to do.
I don't
Okay,
see
let's
anything in
go.
my inventory, so I
No.
don't.
I thought I gave
know
you
have
beans.
You did.
I
You
know
gave
I
him
have
beans.
them.
Yeah. You just update your number. I think you've got like 6 or 8. So let's just say 7, just in between 2. So you just say you've got 7 more beans, okay? For something funny to
Okay.
happen. Okay.
Yeah, but I need to roll them, so I don't know how to roll them without. Really don't have them.
Oh, you don't have beans on you? You don't have any more?
No.
All right. Okay. Let me just add some beans to you real fast then. Okay. Dave, where are you? And then item. Look at this. Give me a second. Items. I could have sworn you had beans, but okay. Bag of beans. There we go.
Oh, I'm first. I can just move my guy over now then. Okay.
Bag of beans. There you go, Dave. You got beans now.
Beans.
Beans.
You say you got 7 beans. There we go. All right. Okay, cool. Okay. As you guys are preparing, readying your attack, all of a sudden you see the gates open one more time. And another creature, this time even more precarious than all the other ones, comes out. You look over at him and you see a hulking creature. It's covered in armor. At the same time, too, it has bodies collected all over it as well, too. It just seems like almost like an animated piece of armor. Spikes jetting out of its head, out of its arms and legs, and it's just got bodies attached on its side as well, too, as it kind of like starts lumbering forward slowly towards you. All right, I'm gonna roll him for add him to combat. There you go. All right, so turn is still the same, but go ahead, Pan. You are now you're staring at this giant hulking undead creature heading towards you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm still gonna try to kill this guy. Okay, so I have 3 attacks, but I'm gonna use a sword the first one, so I get the whatever. What is it? Advantage thing. Or the duel.
Okay, so you've got a sword on you right now? Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to take this first one right now. Yeah, he's going to take 8 hit points on that one. So.
Okay, so then the sword attack, the way the thing works is, so now on this roll I have advantage, or the next turn?
This next attack you get advantage.
Okay. So I can do 2 sword attacks. And then I can do, wait, did it go? Yeah, there it goes.
There's one. This one. Okay, this one goes as well. All right.
And then the last one is always unarmed.
Okay, so both of these land then. So the first slash hits him for 8. He steps backwards. I mean, at this point now he's being surrounded. He's getting a little bit overwhelmed. And then finally your flurry of blows hits him for another 9. At this point now his armor, you're starting to see a little bit of cracks in his armor. He's feeling weakened and tired, and it's starting to breathe really heavy. All right.
Okay, but he's still up, so I'm gonna use. Okay, so if I spend a key, okay, I'll use it. I have. Where is it? I'll just show you. I'll click it so you can see it. It's called Stunning Attack, but I can't find the Stunning Strike.
And then Mikage, you're coming up, and then Dave, and then all
Anyways,
the other guys
he has to do a DC 13 Constitution.
Okay.
And otherwise he just gets stunned if he fails. Oh, what a throw!
Oh wow, 25. Okay, all right. He stares you down as you try and strike him. However, he is not stunned. He looks you down. There you go. All right. I'm sorry, it's not going right order. Mikage, you are standing now. You are staring at this huge hulking creature walking towards you slowly. What are you doing?
I am going this way. That's 25 feet. I am selecting my targets because I think I figured out how to do that now.
Yep, there you go. Perfect.
Go ahead and do this real quick. Take him out, whatever.
All right, who are you taking? Oh, you taking? There you go. Boom. The lion looks at you sadly, and you arrow.
I put it out of its misery.
Lion's out of its misery. It's out. It's done. Okay.
My second attack now.
Okay.
Oh. Not so good.
No, not so good. You don't do any the creature. Let me see. Yeah. The arrow strikes it. It's such a huge beast. It strikes it, but it just kind of just goes off in another direction. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dave. You're in some hot water right now, but however, Pan has got your back. But at the same time, this champion that you're fighting with, he seems to be a bit winded. What do you do?
I'm going to continue my the parry. So I'm going to roll Great Axe with advantage.
Okay, all right. He's gonna take 4 on that one. All right.
And I'll throw a bag of beans over between bag of beans. So that's so 3d4. I roll a 1d100, right?
Yeah. 45. All right, let's do this real fast. You get 1d6 plus 6 Shrieker Sprouts. What the heck are Shrieker Sprouts? Okay, well, let's do this as R1d6 plus 6. What is that first? Okay, so you get 7 Shrieker Sprouts. What in the world are Shrieker Sprouts? A Shrieker Sprout is a plant, and it looks like they are... What in the world are they? They're unaligned. False appearance, they shriek. When a bright light or creature is within 30 feet of a Shrieker, it emits a shriek audible within 300 feet of it. It continues to shriek until its terminates moved out of range. So they just start, they're just shrieking. They've got these sprouts that are just like shrieking everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, there's 7 of them.
Alright, so I got 1. Oh, come on, don't do that. Alright. Okay, so you've got 7 little guys just like shrieking all around. I'm not going to put them out there. But you've got 7 of them basically all aligned around wherever it is, and they're just like yelling at the top of their lungs right now. Alright? Actually, I will put out 1, just put out 1 just because. So click on it. And I don't think it does any damage or anything like that either. So, yeah.
No, it's just shrieking.
They're just yelling. So, like, at this point, like, there's the screaming from the audience. There's the shrieking from these little shriekers and this hulking beast. Okay. Anything else, Dave?
I guess if I disengage that...
Look, an opportunity attack.
He does have, he is damaged, but no, I won't disengage.
Okay. All right. The lion at this point now has finished its meal. It's now racing over. Again, this time it jumps towards you, Mikage, and it pounces on you. Roll it. Okay, you're gonna need to do a... I'll do this. A strength roll. Here we go.
Oh, strength roll? Okay.
Oh, wait, I just did that. What did it do? Yeah, do a DC 13 strength roll.
Okay. DC 15. So saving throw or ability check?
Saving throw.
Okay.
That's solid. All right. It dashes past you. You tries to jump over it, but you're able to like knock it to the side. All right.
Okay.
All right.
As a reaction, can I chunk 2 pieces of meat at it?
Sure.
All right. So 2 more pieces of meat are getting chunked toward... Actually, I show it to it and just chunk it towards the direction of the armor thing.
Okay. All right. I'll move him over here. He's now over here busy chomping away at the meat. Okay.
Okay.
The champion now, winded as he is, however, he steadies himself and then afterwards uses second wind and afterwards then regains back 20 hit points. So he's back up 20 hit points now. Then draws his sword and this time goes for Dave one more time. He goes at you. So he rolls a defense roll. I'm sorry, Dave, roll a defense roll. Tell me what you do.
I'm gonna try to...
Oh!
Ooh, no bueno.
I would like you to re-roll that.
Yeah, go ahead. Do that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That one is much better. Your his sword grazes you, just barely though. You're only gonna take that's a lot more than I thought. 2 hit points of damage on that. Okay. All right. And then finally, the hulking beast starts moving over towards you, Pan. You see him just like moving slowly. He only makes it this far or so. However, he picks up one of these dead bodies and just chunks it at you. Like you see it, like the corpse of the kobold just starts flying your way. Roll a defense roll. Tell me what you do.
I just try to move out of the way or duck.
Okay. This one, the size of it, because it's a kobold, it's not like a dart or something like that. It's hard to move out of the way. You duck, it still nails you. You get hit for, however, you get hit for how much? You're gonna get hit for 10 hit points of damage on this one. All right. Okay. Top of the round, guys. What are y'all doing? And also, it's 11:30 right now, too, guys. Are you guys, everybody, still okay to keep going?
Still fine here.
Yeah.
I want to try and close. If this is the, hopefully we'll be able to close out this battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get over to Mikage to get healing.
Okay.
I want to finish this guy and just kind of move back a little. So see if I can actually kill him. I'll use like a big attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna rotate towards y'all, and I'm gonna try and focus on the big meanie at the moment.
Okay. All right. Pan, you're up first. You've got one right next to you, and then you've also got a big, giant, hulking corpse collector that's just grabbing, bodies and throwing them. What are you doing?
Okay, let me see. Where's my attacks? Forget how to. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see how this works. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Ooh, okay, whatever. So I have advantage, right? So I can just.
If you're fighting him right now, yeah, with the sword.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna use all 3 of my attacks on him.
17. That's 1. Okay, he's gonna take 8 there. Second one also strikes for another 8. Okay.
And then.
Flurry blows. That was another one as well too. His second wind, even though he steeled himself from that, he was able to. I mean, you've taken him back down again, and all of a sudden he's breathing very heavy. Blood now is pouring out of him, and he is in bad shape.
I guess I'll go ahead and try to use. I'll use one more key and see if the stun lands again. Where's the stun features?
Okay, he's gonna do a DC 13. Let's see how he does.
God damn it!
He still looks at you stoically and tells you don't even try it. All right. Next up, Mikage. You have thrown to the line. The line is standing over here. Is busy chomping away.
I'm gonna move a little bit, and what I'm gonna do after. I don't target myself. Yeah, there. I am moving.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm gonna move to about right there.
Okay, Dave, you're coming up next to you. Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I raise my hand and snap my fingers and summon my Drake companion.
Okay. All right.
So that is an action. Do I go ahead and do the roll? I'm confused.
That's fine. Yep, we can do that. That's good.
Right, and I'm going to summon it to be. Let's see, it has to be within 30 feet. I'm putting her square right here.
Okay, all right. I'll put the Drake then. This is little Drake. I'm gonna call him. Put a little name for him right there. Always for everyone.
Her name, it's Tatsuo. Tatsu. Oh.
Got it. There you go.
Tatsu.
Tatsuo. Okay. All right. So that's your action. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Dave, the champion that stands before you looks winded. He's tired. However, you are very low on health. What are you doing?
Do I get 2 actions to attack, or can I do like if I do an attack and then use a second action to disengage, is that okay?
Yeah, you can do that.
Or do I disengage and walk, and those are 2 separate actions?
So you get an action, a bonus action, and then a movement. So if you want to do an attack and then use your bonus action, I guess in this case to disengage. In this case, because you have like 2 attacks, so I'll allow that. So you could, I would say, attack him, then disengage, and then like move away would probably be what I would recommend if that's what you want to do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Let's see. That just grazes him. He's going to take 4 hit points of damage from your strike. Oh wait, actually no, you're at advantage. I take it back. No, I'm sorry. He takes the full 8. I'm sorry. I'm going to do another 4. So he takes the blow. At this point, he's bloody all over. Like blood is just spewing out from underneath him right now, and he's down on his one knee.
I will disengage and then.
Okay.
Get heals over here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. The lion right now is still busy eating. However, it's finished its meal, and then all of a sudden now it starts heading over here towards your drake. I'm gonna change this to lion to make it easier to see. Identity lion for always for everyone. Okay. The lion now looks at your drake, Tatsuo, just starts swiping at it. And the drake seems to be flying, but at the same time, too, they seem to be entangled right now in combat as they're fighting with one another. Okay?
Okay.
Then afterwards, the champion looks over at you, Pan, takes out his sword, again, starts swinging away. Just roll a defense roll. Tell me what you do. Oh, nice. All right.
Oh yeah.
First one completely misses. As he does so, he swings at you. Normally he would have another swing, but at the same time, too, you're able to dodge him so deftly that he like loses his balance. He stumbles, and he just completely. Not only does he miss, but he doesn't have the opportunity for another attack, and just kind of like falls down. He kind of picks himself back up again, but at the same time, too, it's caught him off guard how winded and tired he is. Okay.
Yep.
And then finally, this giant hulking just pile of flesh and armor picks up another corpse right over here and then just throws it over towards you, Mikage. You just see a huge, like a kobold just like flying away right now. Roll a defense roll. Tell me what you're doing.
I am going to try and dodge and bring Dave with me as I grab him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, since it's my turn, can I do a spell? Or after?
Well, hold on. Well, so now, okay, so you've dodged out of the way, so you're good. Okay, so now it is start of the new round. Okay, so I'll give you guys a minute.
Okay.
I really want this guy to die, so I'm going to try to kill him or finish him, and then come help with the other stuff.
Sounds good. My Drake will go right after me. So basically it can continue its fight with the lion. We'll concentrate after I cure wounds on Dave. That's an at-will. I'm trying to double check. I don't think it constitutes a bonus action. It's an at-will. So that'll be my turn.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, if I'm healed, then I will attack the weaker one.
Okay. As you all now start to get a good look at this creature, again, you see the bodies of of its victims just impaled on its spikes. It starts moving slowly towards you. You look, and all of a sudden you start to blink your eyes a bit because those dead bodies actually, they start looking at you. the ones that are impaled on its spikes, look at you, and then they themselves just start shrieking and yelling in a high-pitched voice, even louder than those shriekers that are right nearby. I want everybody to roll a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. If you do not get this, you will be frightened by the sight of this thing.
Fingers crossed here.
12, 21. Okay. Only Mikage, you're able to withstand it. However, for Dave and for Pan, just the sight of these, these undead creatures has frightened you. And what frightened means is that actually you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within the line of sight. All right? And you cannot get closer to the source of its fear. And this goes for 1 round or 2 rounds, basically until your next turn. Okay, Pan, you're up. At this point, it's hard for you to look at this creature without quaking a bit. But however, the champion right next to you is near death. What are you doing?
So I use Stillness of Mind to end the frighten.
Oh, nice. Okay, you're no longer frightened. Good.
And then I will double attack because I use 1 action. So this will get... Where is inventory? Sword. And flurry.
Ooh, nice.
All right, tell me how you want it done.
I want to cut his head off, but then flip it up in the air afterwards. So the crowd is like, "Wah!"
As you do so, they cheer you on. At this point, you are feeling emboldened. They are just lauding praise on you, so much so that now you feel like a boost of energy in you. Now you're even more happier, right?
Okay, and then so let me ask, because I want to move at the end of my turn. Which ones are what again? Because all these, they all look the same to me. I don't remember
what is this one again? What is this? This is a shrieker, so that just keeps me in mind. This is just the thing that's just yelling.
Yeah.
You've got this giant cadaver collector. You've got Tatsuo, which is Mikage's drake,
small dragon,
and a small dragon, and then you've also got a lion over here. So 1, 2, well, really 1, 2, just these 2 right now.
Oh, that thing is dead. I see it. Okay, I'm just gonna back up a little for now. Then I'm just gonna get away from him. Okay, I don't know what happened, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna create some space for now.
Okay, all right. Mikage, you have Dave right next to you. You're not frightened. However, he is still locking eyes with the cadaver collector, and you see him just unable to. He's not paralyzed, but he is very visibly affected by it. What are you doing?
So what I'm gonna do is, as I do cure wound, I have to touch him. So basically, as I touch him, I do the cure wounds, but I'm shoving him back.
Okay.
So I'm rolling that real quick.
All right, so you're gonna heal him for 7. All right.
Mm-hmm. So
and I'm gonna push him back 1, so he's gonna go back 1 as well too. Okay, there we go.
Okay, and I'm going to move my butt about right here.
Okay.
So that'll end my turn, but Katsuo will be able to attack the lion, basically. Because it is its own actual entity. It actually does damage.
Okay, all right. Do you have damage on that? Like how much it does?
Yes. So let's see. Its armor class is 14 plus PB. Its hit points are 5 plus 5 times my ranger level.
Mm-hmm.
The Drake has a number of hit dice D10s equal to my ranger level. So its attack
I'll let you look that up, and while you're doing so,
it's a melee attack.
It's a melee. Okay,
3.
melee. Okay, go ahead and roll that attack, and while you're doing so, you go ahead and calculate it. I'll take your word for it. Dave, you're up right now. You've just been gaining some health back, but you're still at the same time frightened. But the only large threat now is this huge hulking creature. What do you do?
trying to see if any of the bag of beans would be of any help.
Okay.
I think I'll throw a bag of beans right in front of between me and the big creature.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. And afterwards, Tatsuo struck the lion. That's their engaged in combat. It deals 4 hit points of damage. Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
And thank you. All right.
I figured that was the easiest thing to do.
Yep, that was perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, bag of beans. You got 53. What is that one? Bag of beans. A 53 is
4 plus 8.
bright pink toads crawl forth. Whenever a toad is touched, it transforms into a larger, smaller monster of the GM's choice. This monster remains for 1 minute, then disappears in a puff of pink smoke. Okay, so let's roll. Let's see, 1d4 plus 8. What is that? 9. You got 9 little pink toads have literally sprouted out now. They're like popping up all over the place. So they've got toads jumping around. The whole entire crowd is just like, again, just whooping and hollering. They're excited. They're seeing toads. They're seeing shriekers. They've got this giant cadaver collector. It is nuts. Okay.
All right.
Dave, what else?
I will just diversify my attacks and just I'll back up a little bit to where Pan is and start lobbing some javelins.
All right, go ahead. This one strikes the creature. However, its armor is very strong. It's able to it manages to deflect a good bit of it. However, it's going to take 3 hit points of damage. Okay. All right, Miss Dave. Okay, the lion at this point is still engaged in combat with Tatsuo. It's going to roll an attack. In this case, I'm just going to make it do a claw. Not great. It's only going to do like 2 hit points of damage to Tatsuo. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then after it's finally the cadaver collector now picks up another cadaver. This time grabs the nearest kobold and just throws it, and it's now heading in between both you, Dave, and Pan, both of you. So I need both of y'all to roll a defense roll. Tell me what y'all are doing. Okay. All right. Let's see, and then where are you at, cadaver collector? No, not that one. The corpse smashes into the wall. The bits and pieces of it just like hit the wall and just rain down upon you. And as they do so, like, some of the body parts hit you as well. You're going to each take 5 hit points of damage from that.
Does it touch any of the toads?
Let's say one of them does. One of them does touch one of the toads. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, there we go. That's the one I wanted. And as it touches a toad, God, what does it do again? It turns into a giant creature, big or small, right?
Yeah, of a larger or smaller monster of GM's choice. The monster remains for 1 minute and disappears in the puff of.
God,
I guess I was thinking that the monster would be attacking with my before me, but I guess that wasn't stated.
It's gonna transform into one of your what?
I thought that the monster that it transforms into would be attacking. Attacking for me, but it's not. And looking at it, it's not stated there. It's
not stated. I'll say that it's just a creature. It's just a giant puff of Let's say I'll say in this case it's me. I'll make it like a temporal type of thing, right? So it's not corporeal. So in this case, you see a giant, huge. Let's call it a mammoth, right? It touches one of the toads, and then you see just this giant mammoth now, pink mammoth on top of that, just kind of standing there. And the cadaver collector is just kind of startled by the fact that there's a giant mammoth in the middle of the arena now. All right. Okay. Top of the round.
Right into battle.
Top of the round, everybody. You've only got the lion and this corpse collector left, or cadaver collector. What do y'all do?
I mean, I guess we try to kill it. You still got the lion?
The lion and Tatsuo are still engaged in combat with one another, so they're still fighting one another.
Yeah, focus on the corpse collector. The thing is, I want to see if I can perceive anything, any weaknesses or anything from it. but I still want to attack. So I don't know if that eats into my actions.
Okay, all right. Let's kick it off with that. So Pan, it looks like at this point it's a Pan. Each of you go first, and then the lion, and then the corpse, the cadaver collector. So, all right, Pan, you're up.
Okay, so I will use. So I don't really want to get close to it just yet. I will use Fist of Unbroken Air. I guess it didn't really say. There it goes.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
So
It's gonna do a DC
it
12.
has to do. Yeah. So I think if it fails.
It did fail. Look at that.
Okay. So let's see. What happens when it fails?
So it takes a blast of 21 air. Okay, so it hits it. You see it knock it backwards. It falls to the ground. However, the armor itself still seems to be fairly strong, but it's going to take a good chunk of damage on that. It's going to take 15 instead of the
So
21.
it gets prone. I don't know if we counted the knockdown or not. But
Yeah,
it
I'll knock
says-
that. I'll consider that prone. So it's like knocked
Okay.
it down. I'll say he's whatever. There you go, prone. Okay, so he's been knocked down on the ground now. Okay. All right.
That's it. I'm just gonna stay far away and use that again next turn. So
Okay. All right. Mikage now.
I mean, I guess I have one action. I'm gonna throw a dart at the lion. Cause
Okay.
why the fuck not?
Go for it.
Dart.
And then that one strikes. -8. Okay, all right. The lion howls in pain. However, it tries to look around. It looks and it thinks that the drake did it. So now it's even more enraged at the drake.
That's fine.
Okay, Mikage, you're up. You've seen the cadaver collector get knocked down to the ground. It is sprawling, trying to get back up. However, it is moving very slowly. What are you doing?
I'm debating. Trying to see if I can see any weaknesses is going to take my action, correct?
Yeah. So roll an investigation check.
Since it's going to take my action, I'm just going to. I'm just going to do an arrow attack. I'm going to do 2 arrows attack. I have a feeling that's going to. I'm going to try and see later if we need it.
Okay.
All right. Roll. 1. There's the second one coming if I can ever get it to cooperate. 2.
Awesome. Okay. Both of them land for a total of 8 plus 14, 22. However, the armor is still very tough to pierce. So at the same time, it's only going to take 11 hit points of damage on that. Okay.
That's fine. And Tatsuya is going to continue to fight the lion. So I do a melee attack for that one, correct?
Yes, go ahead, do that. And while you're doing that, Dave, you're up next. Now keep in mind, you're still frightened, Dave, but you are at a good distance away. I was going to take 8. Hold on. Okay, the lion now is bleeding badly. Okay. Dave, you're throwing a javelin, is that right?
Yeah, I'll throw the javelin at the big dude.
Okay. I believe it's been a round already. Okay, so you're no longer frightened anymore. I'm going to take off your frightened thing, okay? And so the javelin strikes, but again, the armor is very tough at this point right now, so it's going to take -4 hit points. Okay. Now keep in mind, remember, this thing has tough armor. You've got racks of weapons nearby, you've got swords, you've got spears, you've got hammers. And as
but I'm pretty low in health. I was thinking about that, but I cannot get close.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I'm just letting you guys keep in mind.
You might want to check and see if you can see anything, since you're not going to be engaging as much.
Start throwing hammers.
I don't want to take like a turn to that. I mean, do I passively know of anything nearby that might help?
I mean, what are you gonna do with your second action this turn? I guess you could throw another javelin.
Yeah, just keep throwing. Like, I could do that, or I can get some armor, which would allow me, because I imagine
Or a shield.
Yeah, or a shield. I mean, I'm at 9. That's pretty low. Yeah. I'll get a shield. Again, if you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, there are shields nearby. You grab one. I'll consider that your AC is +2 while you're holding onto it. Okay. I'll just kind of keep a mental note of that. All right. Perfect. Okay. The lion now, enraged by his attacks, leaps over at Tatsuo, does a giant strike, and the claw again. And let's see what it does. 15. Does 9 hit points of damage. I think that should be enough, right?
9? Okay.
Yeah. So Tatsuo's going to do 9. There you go, 9. Okay. All right. And how many hit points does Tatsuo have?
45.
45. Okay. All right. So we're still
God
good.
damn.
That's a strong Drake. Well, I would probably need to nerf that later. Sorry.
That's fine. It's 3 times my level, which is 8, my ranger level specifically, and then +5.
I'll have to think about that one later. Definitely doesn't have, because I don't think it should have more hit points than you, so I don't think that's fair.
That's fine.
Way more.
I'm gonna use it for now.
Okay. At this
Or do
point,
you want to make it the same as mine?
we'll talk about it later. That's okay. I'll figure
Okay.
that part out because we're close towards the end. The cadaver collector now sees you, Mikage, moves forward. You see its giant fist just come smashing down. Roll your defense roll. Tell me what you do.
All right, I'm going to tumble out of the way. Oop, I might have double tapped that.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Okay. Oh, you did double tap it. Oh, the 7. Oh, that's not good. Your first one. Okay. You try to roll out of the way. However, there's all these bodies all around you, right? That you've been just littered the entire arena now, and it does so. It smashes not only the bodies next to you, but just they get in the way. You roll smack dab into the fist. You're gonna take 18 hit points of damage on that one.
Okay.
It's a heavy hit, but boom, and then you see it almost like chuckle quietly, as it moves around. All right. Top of the round, guys. This thing is close to dying, but it still has very strong armor. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna use my fist thing again, my air punch, to try to prone it. Although I think we got lucky last time because it seems like it has a good chance it doesn't get prone.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't know. I might try running up and hitting it with the hammer. My great axe, which I guess is more slashing.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that too. I don't.
It's like a
Not
heavy slashing.
We'll see. If it's up next turn, I'll get closer. I wanted to try to use my poison dagger that I bought, but I don't want to go near it with 15 life and die in one hit.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
one
at
more
like 9.
healing spell that I could probably use. I'll move towards Dave, and this one I call forth a spirit to soothe the wounded. You're
Alright.
muted.
Get him.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I thought I said it. Okay, so let's get started. Pan, you are wounded, but however, you've got a myriad of weapons all around you, and you can tell that the creature is like heaving slower. Fist of Unbroken Air. All right, let's see how he does. $16, $15. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. It needed a 13. Okay. It gets blasted
Let me
with the
see
air.
what it does. I think it still takes damage, but it doesn't fall.
It doesn't go all the way. Yeah. Is it all of it? All the damage, or
Now
is it
I'm
just?
looking. This makes a strength save. How do I link the? I don't know. Like I clicked it, but it's not showing the move name.
Let
It
me see
says-
real quick.
So on
Crit
failure, it
die.
takes that much damage. It doesn't say anything. Maybe it doesn't take damage at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say at this point, because it saved it, I'm just going to make an audible. It's going to take half the damage, so it's going to take 8, and it did get knocked prone. However, you did push it back a little bit away from Mikage, okay? So it got pushed out of the way of the air. It's not prone anymore. So it's going to have to move slowly to get to Mikage, unless she can get out of the way. Okay, I'm sorry. Anything else?
And I guess I'll I mean, I'll just use an investigation for one of my things.
Okay.
So what do I do? Roll an investigation?
Yeah, roll an investigation. Okay. All right. You recognize that there are holes in its armor. You can spot certain points where there's a larger gap than others, a little bit smaller. And so you can see where those spots are. A well-placed attack there will cause significant amount of damage. All right?
Yep.
Okay. Mikage, you were dangerously close. You just took a big hit. But however, the creature, you can tell, again, it's almost like it's moving much slower than it was before. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm first going to move over here. Did the stuff that he investigated, has he told us?
Well, he's right next to you now, so I mean, you could.
Okay. If I know what I'm looking for, I'm going to aim my arrows actually for it and do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Hopefully. So I don't know if I'll get a disadvantage because I'm aiming for a particular spot, or how do you want to handle that?
At this case, yes, you're going to be at disadvantage. Not only that, because the wind is still blowing in that direction, so you still got air going, and I don't remember what round, but I think we're close to the wind being finished. But then also because it is a small spot, it's harder to aim, so you'll still get a disadvantage if you do that.
So depending on how this next part goes, I can always do the healing.
You nailed it. Awesome. Okay, all right. Well, that one worked.
The first one, so let's see how much damage this does. Because I can do a second attack if I need to.
Okay, this one's going to do 10 hit points of damage. At that, the creature now, you can tell it's moving very. I mean, you're starting to see the armor start to give way. It's starting to the spaces are starting to get a little bigger and bigger.
Okay, I'm doing that last attack because I only get 2 attacks if I make the initial attack. Yeah, it's my nut.
Okay, this one's a disadvantage. That one. It grazes against it. You can see it, the armored piece that it hit, it just flies off. So that one is now gone, so it's going to take -3. That's that. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Dave, the creature now, you see it, like there's a huge gaping hole where its shoulder used to be. It's still covered in a lot of other armor, but however, it's like black goo is just spilling out of it as well as it's trying to like hold itself together. What are you doing?
Am I? I'm not healed, but I'll run up to it. I'll try to divert. How long do I have? I've got 2.
Okay. I will say probably one good fell strike with a good weapon could probably take it down.
Okay. In that case, I'll run up. To once.
12. All right. Let's see. 14. 7. You manage to barely scrape by. Your axe cuts through, or rather, it glances off of its top armor. But however, as it does, it slices down on that one opening that is defenseless. And you hear it you just hear it like sink into flesh, and the creature lets out a giant roar. And as it does, you see it completely collapse, and all the body parts that are on it just fall to pieces over, and then the creature collapses into the ground and dies. And you guys have defeated this thing. The crowd goes wild. They start cheering. They are yelling, and just the volume now is it's deafening.
I'm gonna blow kisses and wave my arm and stuff.
All right. The line at this point too is let's just call it dead too. Okay.
Yeah, Tetsuo got to take her turn, so.
Yeah. Let's assume Tetsuo killed the lion too at that point. So Tetsuo say his pinsy, kill the lion. Okay.
So I dismiss her. She's gone.
Yep. And everybody now is cheering. You see the speaker at the front kind of raise his hands and it's just are you guys ready for that? And they just everybody's just yelling and happy, and you guys are covered in blood, and yet at the same time, y'all are victorious.
Can we perform for the crowd? I guess hopefully.
You see that now's a good time to watch that YouTube thing I sent.
Okay, all right, I'll do it now. Oh, geez, where is it? That goes way back. Yeah, a lot of stuff could happen.
It was like the Pokemon.
Oh, there.
Kind of. No, but close.
Nice. It's from Final Fantasy. I like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Final Fantasy.
There we go. All right, perfect. Okay. As you walk back out of the arena, you see Terra kind of just like her mouth agape. It's like, I can't believe you just did that. And like everyone is in shock. All the other combatants are cheering you on. It is just a wild party. What's going on?
I am heading straight for tall, dark, and handsome.
All right.
Yeah, I want my money, but I'm like basking in the glory. Throwing
You
roses
might want to
and
go
shit.
get. I call over my shoulder. Hey, Pan, you might want to get our cut for winning.
Oh, dude, all these people are asleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the whole cut, dude. Fuck our cut. Taking that sleeping Dave's buddy. Fuck his cut.
Okay. All right. And I think that's a good place to call it. It is actually at 12 o'clock midnight right now. So we're going to call it and we'll pick up for next time. All right.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Okay. Wow. That was a great battle. I had fun. I thought it was great. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, let's do a quick retro and get everybody's input. So we'll start off with Megan, please. Like, love, learn, lack.
Really enjoyed it. I like playing for the crowd, and then we had some really good roles. So, and I think we did good teamwork on like taking care of the different waves. So we just kind of like kicked their butt. So lacking, I don't think there was much lacking because we had good theater of the mind to begin with, and then it followed with like actual like combat, and we were able to kind of like loop some things in. Um, as I mentioned before, good teamwork, so very happy on all fronts on that. Um, learned learned a little bit more about Terra, and I think we've played into the story a little bit more. So.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Samad, if you could please like, love, learn, lack.
Um, I thought it was fun fighting. Thought it was. I thought everything was fun. The only thing I guess lack, but it's not lack. I was hoping for was that maybe some of these goons would have fought with us. But in hindsight, if that girl fought with us, she probably would have died. So
Yeah,
that's
I didn't want to have to go back to Harbor and be like,
yeah.
"Sorry, dude."
Like Dave's barb friend or something like that joined the fray. That would have been neat. But I
He
guess it
jumped
would have
in at
been a
the
lot more
last
to
second.
manage. Yeah, yeah. He's like next to me right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. And finally, Sean, like, love, learn, lack, please.
Yeah, I like a good fighting one. I mean, the only thing lacking was again just fighting, but it was a good filler, especially at the last minute with the change. So yeah, but it was good. I think the first time I had used like the parry action in combat, so that was kind of cool.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a lot of waves, obviously, of enemies, and I hope it was challenging. Push you guys to a little bit, didn't want it to be too easy. Obviously, a lot of things going on, and yeah, there's a couple other things that I added too that you may or may not have known, but we can talk about that at another time.
Okay.
And yeah, that was great. So this was awesome. Thank you so much. And I know it went longer. I thought I was going to finish it by 11, but it never happens that way, right, guys? So
I felt like it was an appropriate amount of time. I mean, it's good when we can, but we solidly ended it at a very satisfactory point.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop it earlier because I was like, I want to set it at 11 so we can all get to sleep early, but at the same time, and plus it's daylight saving, so that's not fun. but at the same time, you guys were on. You had the momentum, and I was like, I want this to keep on going. I want this to feel good, which I think it did. So. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop the recording.